share screen here. I almost forgot that, to be honest.
That would be nice, yeah.
I was like, I'm forgetting something. Alright.
You've been disconnected. Sit tight while we patch you in.
Sometimes you just have to sit tight and wait, like a bitch.
God.
Oh wait, let me click on the things so I can watch my chat. Alright, there we go. Alright. You guys ready?
Sure, I have no so sure.
Okay.
Okay. I just gotta say, like, every time Willie starts talking, it's like a strong, powerful static.
Yeah.
Just a little ear piercing.
A little. Yeah, last time I was over there, I was supposed to crawl under his desk and I was determined to fix his mic for him because I had a similar issue and now I'm just good at making things fit. But like, we spaced out on that.
Oof.
Yeah. Alright.
Then I might fix it.
Alright, well I swapped to the game stream on the games screen on the stream. There we go.
It's fix.
Not quite. I think we might be stuck with it. Do you have like a fan going on in your room or is it just...
No.
Oh, okay, I guess it's just your mic.
Do you have noise cancellation turned on Discord?
Oh, that might be.
I'm wondering if that would help.
That's a thing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, so were you...
Go to your settings, go to voice and video, and there should be several settings there for noise suppression.
Yeah, otherwise if you're just
Try
on here, like let me, okay, I'm gonna change this back to starting soon. Alright, here, I'll share my actual screen really quick. Okay, let me know when you see my, the screen.
Yeah, we see it.
Alright, so really, otherwise if you go right here,
myself.
these bars, you just click, and there's just this thing right there, you just make sure it's green. And then you can test it.
And it should work like magic where you hear blah blah blah. Like, try to talk. You should be able to hear yourself.
Well, he keeps deafening himself.
Yeah. I sound fantastic.
I think I sound good. I have a good mic. We're good enough.
I have a very expensive audio setup,
Oh, I bought my
which I still
webcam
can't
today.
get perfect.
I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna buy it. Cause
Nice.
we were already out and about. I just haven't set it up yet. I'm gonna do it tomorrow. I didn't feel like crawling under my desk today. He is still deafened. Okay, well we got 5 viewers. Okay, to the 5 viewers, we're trying to work out issues with my boyfriend's mic, so we're gonna be on this screen until he fixes that. He's currently deafened himself, so we're just waiting until he undeafens himself. Make sure he knows he's deafened, because it's kind of like him to forget.
Is it because of like a bad connection on his mic? Is it just
I
bad
think he
mic?
just had the. I think the mic on the headset's just crap. Cause he's using it on a headset. I just wonder how many USB cables he, like, ports he has in the back of his thing. Cause he said he ran out of those, and I was like, oh, I have a bunch of mine.
Oof.
Yeah. Which is unfortunate. It's like, oh. And then I think he said both his. No, he only has one in the front, I think, and that one's already been taken up by his headset.
Oof.
Yeah.
In my case, it's like my setup is built like specifically for this kind of thing. I just don't do it that often.
We're gonna add the
Have you ever seen my mic?
I
setup?
don't think so. What my? I don't think I even have seen your mic.
Here, let me just turn on my camera and you can see how ridiculous it is.
Alright, hold on. Where's the script? There it is. Oh, you disappeared. Oh, Willie disappeared. Okay.
Ugh. My stuff kind of crashed on me for a bit. Turn on camera. There it is.
Ah, oh, Willie's is kind of like that. He has like a bar for his, but he's a snowball like me.
Like this is an XLR mic, and you see like down here, this is like my actual amp.
Is that what you have that you like ordered on Facebook? Or am I thinking of someone else?
Did you have to flirt with hockey too?
His mic is correct.
Oh, that'd be funny.
His mic doesn't want to work. His well, if you come back, maybe the static isn't as bad for us. Maybe, and just for you. I don't know. It says you're in my stream. Do you have? Oh wait, no, he can't hear me. And I don't know if he's like has the stream muted or not, so I can't really ask him if he's.
Oh, let's see.
I'm gonna test this chat box.
No, your stream audio is working.
Okay. Well, like in case he like muted the tab, like I sometimes do that when I'm lurking.
Yeah.
Hey, it does come up. Nice. Well, I'm gonna tell him to come back and try again.
Ooh. Box feature. You're a text box feature. Your face is a text box feature. Oh.
Connor, hello! Hi, fan! Yes, Lily's face is a text box feature. Alright, well.
Your boyfriend's face is a text box feature.
Okay, I don't think it's gonna see.
That means you have to draw on his face the next time you see him. Make him really a text box feature.
I asked if I could do his makeup, so maybe I could trick him into doing that. So, fun fact, Luna says. Oh, our boyfriends. Well, we could just say Willie because your boyfriend is still in here, but mine is not. Okay,
That reminds me of something. On your stream, well, on both of your streams, people that are not mods aren't able to clip. Like, I'm not a mod on your stream, I'm not able to clip from your stream. Same thing with her stream. I'm able to clip from her stream because I'm a mod.
I thought you had to be an editor for that. Like, there's an editor role. I'm gonna give you an editor role.
Somebody
see what happens.
Was complaining about Luna's stream the other day, saying that they weren't able to, and we're like, huh, that's weird.
See, I'm gonna give you. Let's see your sinister receipt. There you are. I'm gonna give you editor role, and then we can try that out because I think it's just editor.
I wonder, like, does Willie have this on his phone? Does phone audio sound any good? You just be on the call watching your stream and then just read on the phone as his mic?
Maybe.
I don't know. Then we don't want to take too much time troubleshooting.
Okay, yeah. He hasn't seen my messages, so my guess is he's probably fiddling around with his PC. So I am just gonna start the stream, and then he can just jump in whenever he's ready, and then we can just like take a quick break to test that out when he hops in, if he hops back in.
He's also typing in chat right now.
Oh, is he?
What he typed?
Oh, he is. Every headset and buds are having the same issue. I just want to go over to his house and just fix it. His dad has a rule that no girls in the bedroom, but it's like, okay, but like, I could probably fix this. Okay. Okay, we're gonna do this. Where did I put the text box? Chat box. Okay, I put the chat box over here. Okay, well, we'll just start. Alright, continue. Yeah, we'd have to replay through all of that if we were to redo that thing, yeah. If we get the bad ending, we get the bad ending.
Ooh, it gives your viewer something to experience.
It does. We can all cry together. Alright, this is you, Haku.
Shuri, if you don't come at me like you truly mean to stab me, you'll never land a hit.
Yes, man. Yes, sir. It's been about 2 weeks since I first saw Karma here in the forest, practicing with Garland. I have to come here every night since then, though I never stay as long as Karma, since I actually have work to do in the mornings. Alright, here I come. Their two swords clash, and Karma laughs as he throws Jurian back, and taps her lightly on the shoulder with the sword.
That makes 4 hits, and that one was easy. Is that the best you can do, Jurian?
I noticed that every time Karma practices with Jurian, he's in his Miss Karma disguise. He says it's because of the curse and he does not want Jurian to fall in love with him. Isn't that being a little overdramatic? I doubt someone like Jurian could fall in love with Karma.
Be subtle and quiet. Garland tells me that you're usually good at that.
I am, sir.
Then why the exception today?
Maybe?
Sir? Are you alive?
Better?
You sound way better.
It doesn't sound piercing.
Okay, now I know what it is, and I'm now kind of pissed off.
Oh, so are you on your PC or your
Bad
phone?
connection?
This is my phone.
This is your phone. Okay, what do you think it is?
I might have to either do some open up my tower itself and do some wiring, or take it to Micro Center.
Okay, otherwise I can just see when my friend Dylan's free and then ask them for stuff. Either that or I could bother Kiki
Because
again.
it sounds like electrical static issue.
Yep. Nope, and I think I know what it is, and it's pissing me off that I now know what it is.
I wonder if one of the background noise is just one of the fans in there too, because it sounds like a fan every time.
No, that is too piercing to be a fan.
Okay.
No, that's not a fan. That's
totally
something
electrical.
completely different, and that's worse.
Oh. Okay.
Oof.
Well, we're gonna continue
No,
on.
because I now know what it is, and it is now annoying.
Well, at least we learned something. Yeah, I think we have like 8 people watching. I have one of Cam's streamers. Connor's watching, so say hi to Connor.
Hi, Connor.
Yeah, and then we got friend and people. Unfortunately,
Hey.
Connor didn't catch up. Connor, I'm sorry. It's gonna be confusing, but if we do get the bad ending, I am planning on every time we get the bad ending for someone, we're gonna replay to get the good ending. If vice versa happens,
get to
I'll
be
just
here
leave it
now.
up to people if they want to see it. All right.
Darling,
And
it
I
wouldn't
get to
happen
be
to
here
be
now.
because of the way I'm dressed, would it? Are you still not used to it? Hit the nail on the head, have I? It is not very chivalrous to hurt a lady, of course. But that logic applies to men as well. An enemy is an enemy, Jurian. Even if your enemy is a delicate flower like myself.
Delicate flower. Dream, you should hit him on the head for that.
But, Princess!
He is not delicate at all.
That's not a man.
Dream laughs and I scowl at her. Joke's on you, it is a man! You would know if you got to watch it.
Nope, I refuse to believe that's a man.
It's like what's funny was I was watching your stream and I immediately called in. I'm like, that's a man.
That is not a man.
That is a man. You'll find out.
I refuse.
They
I
just,
refuse.
They just
No,
can't be.
I know.
Yeah. They just can't
I
be a
refuse.
man right now because of her. She laughing at me? Right, you and Karma
Yes.
seem to get along. I doubt it.
Oh, Princess, you wound me.
You always say that.
You wound me where Jurian's blade cannot.
Something flashes in Doreen's eyes as she readies her sword again. Doreen stands ready as... Bleh. Karma stands ready as Doreen rushes past... Why can't I read today? Rushes at him with her
Rushes
sword.
at him with her sword.
I need to change my context.
You got there, and that's where it matters.
Yep. Their swords clash again. Oh no, there was a sentence yesterday I messed up so bad Haku had to read it for me because I just couldn't after 5 tries. I wonder. Karma, your back's open. Karma turns. Doreen taps him on the shoulder and laughs out loud. I did it! A single hit. It looks like you have the weakness too, Karma.
No, it wasn't a weakness. It was a lack of sleep catching up on me.
Why did he listen to me? He told Garland the other day that it was critical to only listen and watch the most important things.
Because she is an important thing. Alright, practice is over for now. I can see Garland coming for his practice.
Karma walks to a corner to have a drink. I should probably head back to the tavern soon, but there's something I want to see first. On our way out, Doreen gives a solemn nod to Garland. She pauses to say something to him, and then looks at me, noticing my vague curiosity. I was just mentioning what a good swordsman Karma is. I've seen him fight, and Karma is a good swordsman. There is no doubt about it. Yet is practicing with him really so special?
He is fast
Yeah,
on
so
his
this one's
feet
supposed to be-
and quick with his reactions. Because bitch is not here, I'm him now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Dallin did a really good voice for him after you left, Sakyo. Alright. He's an excellent person to train under, even better than most of the commanders in the palace.
I can second that.
Did Dylan try to voice Karma, or did you voice Karma after I left?
Dallin did, because I was like, I don't know. Do I want to try to sound like a man and embarrass myself, or even better than the rest? Remember him?
The first commander we trained under. The one who punished slow learning with extra exercises.
You always had to do more exercises than I did. Something about you being distracted?
I was watching the way you swung your sword to make sure you didn't hurt yourself.
Oh, he's blushing. You've always been overprotective.
Well, I have no defense.
They both suddenly stopped to look at Karma, who was smiling slyly on the side. Why does he have... She's so innocent! Oh my god! Why does he have that look on his face? Well, that's a sign. We can't keep the commander waiting. Garland shakes his head, his expression snapping back into something more serious.
Right.
The two exchange quick farewells before Dreen waves and steps out of the clearing, leaving Garland and Karma.
You're in a dress today.
Are you two really so opposed to hurting me when I'm in a dress? Or are you worried about ruining it?
Yes.
No, because I no longer like this feeling that I have to do this without you.
Good.
Dylan, come here. I need you to take this place back.
It's fine.
At least
It's
you're not
so
hating on my character like his other character.
Yeah, I made a clip of that if you want to watch it later.
Give it a minute. It's just so strange. You move so well, even in a long dress.
Speaking of Dallin, he just said he won a 2 million gil in the giveaway.
Nice.
Jackass.
There's a reason to skip the stream after all. Alright.
But yes, Dreen did mention almost stepping on.
Impossible. I am the picture of elegance.
Of course, sir. I still refuse to believe that's a man.
You'll find out later. Karma shrugs
Don't
Garland's
care.
comment off. The two ready their swords, then get right into practice. Dreen has taken over Garland's patrol now, so that Garland can get in some practice time.
So, Garland, have you told Jurian yet?
Did he say that?
Did you say that?
I don't know. We're gonna move on pretending you did.
Sure.
The conversation that Karma always has with Garland is the real reason I stay behind to watch them practice. I don't understand why Garland answered Karma's question, if doing so makes him so depressed.
Will you ever say anything to her, Garland?
Maybe.
Why don't you just confess to her already?
Because I'm a bitch.
Oof.
Karma lands an easy hit on Garland, who says in response, whenever Garland thinks about Dreen, he gets distracted. I do not understand his feelings at all, but seeing him remain quiet frustrates me.
Dreen is talented and poised. That could never be good enough for her.
You'll never win a woman's heart if you don't compliment her looks as well, Garland.
Well, she's pretty too. Beautiful. And then there's... me.
Aren't they both knights? Haven't they been training together for a long time? Alright, since I have enough people watching, this is where we're gonna have the audience and then my two guests tonight decide what we should do. Should we tell them to just say something to her, or say, I can see you, why won't you tell her? Or I can see why you won't tell her.
Do it. I believe in Garland.
I believe in you, Garland. I've only known you for 2 seconds, but I believe.
Which one, the top or bottom
Garland
one?
senpai.
Top one.
Just say something to her, Garland senpai.
Top one.
Chat, just say something to her? Alright.
Top one.
We got 3 for that one. Okay, just say something to her.
Well,
All you ever do is talk about her. Even Karma says your concentration is lacking because she's always on your mind. So just tell her. If she does not like you back, then that's it.
If she doesn't like me back.
Confessions are hard, princess. Very tedious.
You're only saying that because
Well-
you're dramatic about everything.
That one just hurt.
The very nature of love is dramatic, darling.
Luna says, Willie, I need more emotion.
Too bad. None for you.
But enough auto chatter, sir. Let us continue our training.
If the character that I pulled Willie for does show up tonight, she says in all caps, more emotion, scream. Alright,
Too bad.
If the character I want Willie to voice shows up tonight, there better be more emotion. I'm pretty sure he's gonna have phone fits. We just gotta hope this dude shows up. I ended up staying longer than I intended. By the time I consider returning to the tavern, Garland and Karma are wrapping up for the night. I have a question for Karma, so I wait until Garland leaves before I approach him.
You're still here, princess. Were you seeking out alone time with me, by chance?
I have enough of that every day when we run errands. I just have a question for you.
You always come to the right person. What can I do for you, Princess Lucette?
You ask Garland the same question every time you train, and he always tells you that he cannot confess. Karma nods in acknowledgement, but his attention is on his sword. He inspects it carefully before sheathing it. It frustrates me.
You're frustrated?
That look of his always annoys me.
Oh my.
It is annoying.
Did you want to ask me why he won't confess because you're so frustrated?
Yes.
I suppose after 2 months, I do know you a bit better.
You do not know anything about me. And I don't know anything about Karma either.
Confessing isn't easy, dear Lucette. Surely you must realize that the possibility of rejection is a significant deterrent.
But if you never ask, you never get an answer, and the stress of worrying stays with you and ruins everything. Why are you staring at me?
Is that the reason why you're so blunt, princess?
Blunt? You are far more blunt than I am.
Princess Lucette, you truly are amusing. You're as sharp as a knight's blade.
I am not amusing.
That is a matter of opinion, darling.
He really is insufferable.
Like
yet
real
I still-
Haku.
And yet I still come to him for advice. Oh, like me asking you to help me with Ninja.
Oh, like Haku. I feel an emotional connection between Karma and Haku now.
The scariest part of a confession is the possibility of rejection. I mean, I've also spent time dressed up as a girl, so I can understand.
I can believe that.
But is it to keep people from falling in love with you and smothering you?
No.
Yes.
I make for an ugly girl, though. Can you imagine loving someone and then finding out they don't feel the same way about you?
My thought shifts to the king. My chest tightens.
Princess Lucette?
Hi, you're real close there.
Hello there.
Karma reaches out a hand to brush a strand of hair on my face. I slap it away without realizing. He pulls back with a gentle sigh.
My apologies, princess.
Wrecked.
No, I cannot imagine.
No?
Loving someone and finding out that they don't feel the same way? I always knew my father never loved me. My understanding is different from what Karma is referring to. Besides, I no longer hold any love in my heart for the king. I've already given up hope on him. Right?
It is a good thing you haven't experienced a rejected love, princess. It is one of the worst feelings.
Karma asks to be alone, so I return to the tavern by myself that night. Hey, I think we just hit the next chapter. Nope, that was just a transition. I do not know why I agreed to this when nothing changes. Today, I am once again out in town with Karma, running errands. Since we've been partners, he's insisted on me coming with him every day. Why do you need a new dress?
Because a lady needs all kinds of dresses in her closet. Variety is a key when you want to make a good impression.
Connor just says truth in all caps. Why would you want to make a good impression on people in a disguise? A disguise is meant to conceal you. It does not exist to be flaunted.
Oh no, darling. I only wear the disguise to stop the curse from working on people. It's not really meant to conceal anything, but the fact that I am a man. Being doted on by a married woman, or by a woman in love with another man, is especially troubling.
Is the curse really that powerful? Karma leads me over to the dress store, and our conversation pauses. When he goes to the store owner to give specifications for a new dress. Can you tell I didn't like reading out loud in class during school? When we leave, Karma suggests going someplace to reward me for all my hard work. And you're treating me?
Why wouldn't I, darling? You've been helping me for a while now.
With some dick?
Oh my god. What is this feeling? Gratitude? Karma does owe me for everything that I've done for him, so why do I feel like this? You know, it would be much easier for you to just it would be much easier for you to just help me carry bags.
Oh, there. Let's buy one of those cupcakes.
Karma cuts through my suggestion easily. Does he really dislike work so much that he'd rather pay me off for helping him? Carmen takes me to a stand showcasing all kinds of cupcakes. There are some with colored frostings, others with fancy decorations. Some are especially eye-catching. Like a bright blue cupcake decorated with little stars.
Anything catch your fancy, ladies? All of them, actually. Alas, I do not think eating them would be good for my diet. What do you think, princess? We'll share one.
I turn back to the cupcakes, which I realize are big enough to share between two people. Am I choosing one for myself, or one that Karma will like? I guess he is treating me, but... Two cupcakes catch my eyes. One has a tiny little creature sitting on the top of the frosting. Seems to be a little lizard of sorts, though it is strange the colors remind me of Karma's dress. The other cupcake is decorated with little white chocolate pearls. Those pearls are small and somehow cute, but Karma might like the other cupcake? Ooh, I don't remember which one's the right one.
Alright, one is gonna give Karma disadvantage on wisdom checks, and the other one has a lizard.
Oh, I was gonna say one was gonna give him charisma and the other was intimidation.
Wisdom saving throws. Yeah, no, disadvantage on wisdom checks.
Alright, Connor says pearls. What does everyone else
So
think?
the one that gives him disadvantage on wisdom saving throws, Connor. Somebody want to tell us?
What do you two think? We'll go with majority vote.
I'm thinking lizard, because it sounds interesting.
I'm also going with lizard, because that sounds fun.
Luna, where's your butt? You normally comment on everything in here.
Either she's not paying attention, or
Child
she's
aggro.
laughing too hard. My really dumb D&D joke.
No, she doesn't know anything about D&D though. Probably.
You
child
never
aggro.
know.
Why can't you have both? Because
No,
it's
she
not
doesn't.
good for Karma's diet. Oh, Luna says heck you, Willie.
Ah!
Luna, should we go pearls or
Called it.
lizard? We got 2 votes for lizard, 1 for pearls. Honestly, I'm kind of leaning pearls. I don't know. Luna, pick a cupcake.
Luna, get good.
She says pearls.
Alright.
I'm kind of leaning
2
pearls.
for 2.
so
God,
we'll-
fuck. Alright, pearls it is.
Yeah, I'm kind of leaning pearls. We'll just take our chances with that. I'll have that one.
It has the dust of deliciousness. We're fucked.
Princess, I didn't know you liked such cute things. That's precious, darling.
I hope he doesn't tease me about this later.
Let's go enjoy this somewhere else, shall we?
Ooh.
Karma leads me to the middle of the plaza, and the 2 of us find a table. He walks off to get a fork and knife before returning and handing a set to me. Do we really need a knife and fork to eat a cupcake?
I was thinking the same thing.
I mean, if it's that big, maybe. So,
A knife? Understandable to cut it in half.
cupcake only for being
Huh?
extra fancy, and I honestly see Karma being that pretentious.
I'm gonna say one is pretentious and the other one's a princess. This makes sense.
So, before we got your dress and you distracted me with cupcakes, you were talking about your curse.
Where are we? It's not an interesting topic. I was glad that we've gotten off that tangent, to be honest.
Why don't you want to talk about it?
You have your secrets, just as I do, princess.
But the whole point of pairing up is to help each other with our curses.
Princess, you want to help me?
Only because it is necessary that I help him so he can help me.
I haven't made any progress helping you, though.
You said you would provide me with opportunities.
I'm not very good at that, am I? I'm sorry, princess.
Well, I don't think I've done anything for you either.
But princess, you've been helping me for the last few weeks. Whether or not it is an obligation, you're still good company.
Good company? No one has ever told me that before. They only chide me for being difficult to speak with. Karma starts cutting the cupcake and his knife sliding through frosting and cake with ease. I've definitely never seen such refined manners for a simple dessert. What was your life like?
What was your life like before the curse, princess?
I just got too into it. I think we chose right for getting like this illustration looking thing. I have no need to tell you any of that.
No, it's not necessary, but I am curious.
Would I be doing a good deed in telling him? I don't think so.
How about we trade off fact for fact? You give me a story today and I'll give you one tomorrow.
What makes you think I am interested in your life?
Well, you do keep asking about my curse.
Only because we are working on breaking our curses.
Okay then, we won't talk about the past or any secrets. We can talk about this cupcake instead.
You're a big cupcake, Connor.
What? Why does he insist on changing the topic? Can we please just get back to the subject at hand?
Yes, this cupcake.
Karma really is Haku. Let's be serious.
Yeah! Yeah!
Because you always mess with us like this in chat. If you insist on sharing a story for a story, then I will tell you something about me.
Oh? You didn't seem the type to want to share.
I normally do not see any reason for sharing things about my past, no. Mother once told me that to confide in someone else was a weakness. But more than that, I was always worried what others would judge me. No one's ever wanted to listen to me. I know enough about others'
Okay, bye,
opinions of
Luna.
me to know that they think I am the one at fault. Alright, later, Luna. Always.
This is going, Lark. Bye, Lark.
I wouldn't judge you, princess. I mean, I wouldn't judge you for not wanting to say anything to me. I divulge nothing to you, after all.
A story for a story. That is the deal, right? I expect you to keep it. Or rather, a fact for a fact. It's not like I have to tell him anything, just something about myself. I will tell you about my life at the palace. It's not as if it's a secret, though I doubt Karma would understand. Ever since Mother died, the palace has been a cold place. Why this surprise? Is it because you see Emmeline and Rod and assume we're all one big happy family?
I do admit that Princess Emmeline seems quite gentle. Prince Rod is quiet, but he seems like an honorable man. When I saw you and the princess at the dress store, Princess Emmeline seemed very nice, is she not?
Her kindness is fragile at best. She tries far too hard for it to be genuine. Her insistence is irritating, and I've never wanted to be friends with her. The king took a second wife after my mother died, as if she never mattered to him. Karma is silent, and I continue to talk, my emotions loosening my tongue. I meant to stop there, but the words keep coming. The only one who ever showed me any affection at the palace was Mother. The king never paid much attention to me in the first place, but he treats Rod and Emmeline far better than he has ever treated me.
What was your mother like?
All of my fondest memories are of her. She was always with me in the palace, teaching me that right from wrong. She taught me how not to show weakness, who to speak with.
Who to speak with?
Needless conversation is useless. People are often very likely to lead you astray. That was the reason I never saw any reason to speak with the townsfolk. Will you judge me as everyone else does?
No, Princess, I'm not judging you. I'm just a little sad.
Sad? Why would he be sad?
Is he a bitch?
It sounds like you lived an empty life.
It was not an empty life.
But it sounds as if your mother separated you from everyone.
It wasn't as if the townsfolk would have accepted me anyway. Mother said they were not to be trusted.
Princess, about your mother.
I will not hear you speak ill of Mother.
No, I only had a question about your mother.
Karma coughs, and I pause to stare at him as he clears his throat. What is it?
This... Oh god.
I hear the change immediately. His voice is lower, far lower. The soft gentleness gone. Karma puts his hand on his throat and grumbles.
Oof.
Karma's voice is teething on the edge of sounding unmistakably male. I've always wondered how he was able to change his voice, but I always forgot to ask him about it. What happened to your voice? Oh, it's Miss Karma! Oh, it is a woman. Yeah, I guessed right. I turn to see a young market girl approaching us. She looks at Karma adoringly. I always wanted to speak with you, Miss Karma, ever since you complimented my dress that one time in the dress store. Your dress is lovely today as always, Miss Karma. Karma? Miss Karma, are you
Does
okay?
he use a spell or something to raise his voice?
I guess.
Is that what's going
I wonder
on?
if like the pearls threw him off or something? I don't remember.
I am quite fine.
Okay, so I guess you just gotta do them real deep. I cannot help but giggle as the girl takes a step back, looking shocked by Karma's now deep voice. Karma curses again in his deep voice before forcing a bright smile on his face. Maybe it's from Parfait. She's a fairy, so maybe she makes like a potion for him.
Excuse me, I am feeling under the weather.
Oh, did I get a follow or something? Abby! My friend just followed me. Welcome to my Twitch stream. Alright. I noticed that he's trying to change the pitch of his voice, but the highness is only annoying rather than soothing now. Oh, I'm sorry. Karma turns to me urgently, but I'm too amused to offer any sort of assistance.
Wow, you are so mean.
What is it, Miss Karma?
Ooh, that smile on her face.
Karma's smile is forced and his eyes are glaring at me. I laugh once again, not able to help myself. His expression softens, but only slightly. Alright.
I feel like this is the wrong time to be a jackass.
Alright, chat, and my two lovely other voices here. Tease Karma or attempt to leave with Karma?
Well,
I feel like this is the wrong time to be a
that
jackass.
teasing would be going for the bad ending.
One would assume.
So I would say attempt to leave.
Okay. Connor says attempt
Good
to leave
karma.
with Karma. Good karma.
Good karma.
I mean, I
Good
kind of
karma.
that.
Good karma.
Attempt to
You
leave
get
with karma.
good karma in return.
Hey,
I
because
feel like
of
that was the joke they were going for. Always choose tease. No.
Divergent
No.
Rose, my friend Abby says, was it? Always choose tease, but I don't know
Oh, is
this
that
game. Yeah, you haven't met her. She moved out west, but I used to work Trail of Terror with her. We started the
You told
same
me that.
year. Yeah. I freaking love her. She's great. Alright. We're gonna do attempt to leave with karma since we may or may not have done the wrong twisted cupcake. Who knows?
Only one way to find out.
We'll find out. We'll see a little... I think his is a red gem somewhere in the corner. Alright. I think we'd better get going. Karma nods his head. I'll have some explaining to do if we just sit here. Is there nothing I can do to help you two? No, obviously not. I'm sorry. He does not look amused. Why? I'm only trying to get us out of here faster.
Leaving.
He takes my hand and curtsies politely to the girl as he pulls me away. Karma, you sound sick.
It's run out.
Run out?
The potion that Parfait makes for me. I must have talked too much.
Ha! Called it! Perfect!
Dare.
Yes, Abby, we will be Scream Queens forever. You talk too much? Karma puts a finger on his lips as we stroll through town. He shakes his head, making it clear he won't speak to me until later. When we arrive at the tavern, it is already dark. Karma pauses and turns to look at me. What?
You have a nice smile, Princess Lucette. I'm glad I could make you laugh.
Well, of course I laughed. You sounded ridiculous.
Wait, am I supposed to still be in deep voice or is it high voice?
Yeah.
Still deep voice. You haven't taken the potion yet.
Okay.
Steal for the
It's
deep
worth
voice.
sounding ridiculous just to see you smile.
You and Rumpel really are the same. The comment doesn't faze him. He smiles widely as he leaves for his room.
I'm glad I could make you laugh.
I cannot get those words out of my head, even though I'm supposed to be resting for the night. I think I should go see Karma if practicing with reading or Garland. I leave my room and go down to the reception room. Laura and Parfait let me go into the forest at night alone now since they know that I am meeting up with Karma. Parfait is in the reception room tonight, reading a book. I was always told reading in the dark was bad for your eyes. Oh, Princess, I didn't see you. I noticed that she's closed the book, and I can now read the cover. Is she reading Cinderella? That's my fairy tale curse.
Correct.
The Great War was caused by the fairy tales, right? Yes, that's correct. And yet you are reading one. Curses are based off of these fairy tales, after all. But why are you reading Cinderella? My curse isn't anything like the fairy tale, it's reversed. True, but the morals remain the same. In order to become Cinderella, you must be good like her. Cinderella had everything handed to her by a fairy godmother. I had everything taken away. Princess, have you truly had everything taken away from you? Compared to what I used to have, what I have now might as well be nothing. You have friendships and people who enjoy your company. No one in this tavern enjoys my company. Are you sure about that, Princess? I think you're just having difficulty trusting that we all like you. Like me? Why would you like me? You've become like family here. I haven't even been here that long. It doesn't matter. Everyone here at the Margin is family. Family. Are you saying that everyone at the Margin is like family? Princess.
That's exactly what I've just said.
Princess, you're one of my boarders. You're more than just a regular here. You live here with us, so like I said, you're family. Space like, bitch, what did that just say? I speak more with people here than I have ever spoken to my own family. In the palace, I was always alone. The only person I could speak with was Fritz.
That was interesting.
Are you going to watch Karma practice? I nodded in response. Be safe, Princess. As I head to the door, I recall what happened earlier today. Parfait, what is this potion you make for Karma? Oh, you mean the potion I make to change his voice? He begged me to help him when he first designed his disguise. Karma makes a beautiful woman, but he didn't think the illusion was complete without a convincing voice. You know how big he is.
Now I'm wondering if I should go higher with his voice, because I always assumed he was a guy
That's fine.
trying to make a female voice, which is why I kept it at like a certain
like
pitch.
you know that like sultry female voice. Maybe that's what he sounds like. All right.
I don't know. He just sounds like Haku to me now.
Okay. I mean, the voice you were
Perfect.
doing for him yesterday, I thought was pretty good. So I mean, whatever you think.
Was I higher yesterday?
A little? I don't know. You just like spoke in a way it sounded a little more feminine.
That depends. How much weed did you smoke yesterday?
Oh my god. Willie, I don't think we're allowed to talk about drugs on Twitch. Shush.
Oh shit, my bad.
Okay. Something else on your mind,
My bad.
princess? Karma hides its curse, but you must know the conditions for breaking it, don't you? Parfait does not answer. Or are you also keeping it a secret? Princess Lucette, not everyone likes to talk about their curse. I think it would be better if you ask Karma directly. I just don't understand why he wouldn't tell me everything when I'm trying to help him. Just as you think your good deeds are difficult, there's also something about Karma's curse that he can't come to terms with. I put my hand on the necklace around my neck. Connor says Karma is perfect. Haku. I still haven't performed any good deeds. Can I really do this? I am going now. I walk out the front door and into the forest. I decide not to think about all this, at least not until later. I wish this was all simpler, and that Karma wasn't cloaked in so many secrets. We reached the end of the chapter. Mother, I went into town today. Oh, I told you not to go into town. Did your father take you? He told me it would be fun. And was it? No, everyone looked really angry at me, but I don't know why. I've told you before, haven't I, dearest one? The townsfolk are jealous of you. Jealous? They are bitter about their loss in life, and because of that, they will seek to use you for your status. You cannot trust them, Lucette. You cannot trust anyone but me. Trusting others will only lead to heartbreak, Lucette. You only need to trust me because I will never hurt you. Chapter 5. Favors and Payback. Okay, that was a big gulp of tea. Alright. I've been at the merchant for a couple of months now, and I still haven't managed to do a single good deed. Today I went out to town with Waltz to buy ingredients for parfait. The two of us have both been very quiet, which is uncharacteristic for Waltz. This is you, Willie.
Princess? He looks like a small child.
He is, okay, so since you didn't see it, he has Neverland curse, so he looks like a boy, but he does not like being referred to as a boy. So just think of him as a Lullafell, but better. He's also
His name is Peter now.
Yeah, he's also an entertainer, like he does puppet shows and stuff for kids. What?
Did Karma explain why he wasn't coming with you today? Princess?
Does Waltz not like my company? Is that why he's asking why he had to fill in for Karma? Oh. So, Abby says you can talk about drugs on Twitch if they're illegal in your state. Well, I mean...
Shit.
It...
Well, crap.
Not the one with
I
THC
have a friend
is
who
legal.
does.
Okay.
Hey.
No, I have a friend who actively does it on his stream.
Yeah,
What is it,
but
really?
like, you're in California.
just
Is
don't-
he in California?
True.
We're in Minnesota.
Yeah. Yeah, it's legal in California, which is where
yeah,
she is.
just
and
don't
Haku
say it
is.
directly. Just say that you're just.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We only brought it up once, it's fine, and it's just weed. Don't talk about any other drugs.
Yeah,
and
watch your
and
mouth.
yet you brought it up. Watch your mouth, boy.
Well, if they like shut me down, I'm gonna be like, look, we weren't sure, so we're trying to figure it out, unfortunately, while still streaming. Alright. He said he was tired.
Oh.
Waltz turns his head, his eyebrows furrowing in confusion.
The town feels different today.
It does?
I feel as if there are people watching us.
How can you tell?
With practice, I have a lot of eyes on me when I'm doing my puppet shows, after all. Even before then, I was used to being watched, I guess.
Before you were cursed? Why?
Well, I was more conspicuous as an adult, I guess.
An adult? Oh, right. You have the Neverland curse.
You remembered? Yeah, I have the Neverland curse. I told you what that was in the tavern once.
Welcome to the I can't fucking read club. Alright. You are stuck as a child when you should be a man.
Right. It's a little inconvenient, but I've gotten used to it.
Well, it's so much more straightforward about his curse than karma. The two of us go into a store where we find the little cups that Parfait asked us to buy. After I pay, Walt automatically picks up the bags. His help is nice for a change. I have become so accustomed to carrying the bags on my own.
So, have you made any progress on your good deeds?
You can see from my necklace that I have not.
But you have changed.
I still don't see how I have changed at all. Karma hasn't taught me anything about doing good.
Sometimes, in order to do good, you need to realize some things about yourself first. Maybe karma's not so bad at helping you with that.
He is selfish, flamboyant, and acts as if the world revolves around him.
Why are we talking about Haku? But you're still partnered with him.
I am. I'm okay with Karma's company. Most of the people judge and shun me. But Karma hasn't done that, and he's even mentioned enjoying my company. I've become more tolerant of him too.
Oh, Princess!
Waltz's eyes light up, and I see him pointing ahead to a crowd of people gathered around the center of town. A woman stands in the middle of the crowd, telling people's fortunes.
We should go see if we can get our fortunes told. Come on!
Only 2 people are gonna get this, but hey, Madame Karina's in the middle of the...
Hey, Karina's here.
Only 2 people are gonna get this. Alright.
Yeah, it's because the third idiot isn't here.
Well, he might watch later. Who knows? Alright.
Who's to know?
The crowd around the woman only grows larger until nearly half of the plaza has been taken up. I find myself pushed around the crowd as I try to follow Waltz. The crowd is dense enough, and in no time at all I have lost him. Waltz! I call for him, but I do not see him over the dozens of people in front of me. I will wait for him in the outskirts of the crowd. He should be able to find me. I make my way out of the crowd into the edges of the alleyway. But Waltz still does not appear, and 10 minutes go by and I consider walking back to the crowd when I hear a voice behind me.
Are you looking for someone, madam?
Alright, we'll have Willie do it.
Did you do it? This is their voice now.
I feel someone grab my hand. I slap them away and take a step back. When I turn, I find a man standing behind me in the alleyway.
Yes! Didn't mean to startle you.
What do you want?
I want to help you return to the palace, Princess Lucette.
Do you know who I am?
I do, Princess. And I can lead you back to the palace.
Who are you?
Someone who's working for the king.
But the king does
You
not.
make a good scumbag.
David.
But the king does
My
not
name
remember
is-
me.
How with that attitude?
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
What? Don't worry about it.
Don't worry, sugar. We're gonna get you back to the palace. Alright. The only people that will remember me are witches, fairies, and those with a curse. So who exactly is this man? You're lying.
Princess, why would I ever lie to you? Now come, I'm sure everyone at the palace would be very happy to see you.
The man grabs my hand roughly and begins trying to pull me through the alleyway. The first thing I try to do is scream, but the man claps his free hand over my mouth. The crowd is getting further from us and no one can see us in the shadows.
Princess, I swear on my word I'm bringing you back to the palace.
Alright, everyone else, should we fight back or wait for an opening?
Fight me. Go ahead,
I'd
fight.
say fight.
Okay.
This
He's
can't
good. I know
possibly
she
go
can
wrong.
take him.
Alright, you two outweigh me because I'm leaning for opening, but you two say fight. Chat, what do you say? I think it might take a few seconds.
I don't have an opinion. I legitimately don't have an opinion on this one. Fight me.
Alright.
This can't possibly go wrong.
We're gonna wait a couple secs because I know there's a bit of a delay. I just don't know how long. It's
Oh,
gonna
there's
delay.
there's a heavy delay.
Okay. We got 3 fights. I'm the only one saying wait for an opening.
See, Abby gets
It's like, that's the thing is, like, I know she's the kind of person that would.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking that.
Wait,
But I also think that it's gonna lose if she does.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Don't worry
Roll
about
for
it.
initiative!
Hold on. Wait, hold on. Wait,
Well,
wait a minute,
Abby,
wait a minute.
You can say whatever you want. You can watch
Wait.
the beginning of the story. I think it's like down there somewhere. It was like
Hold on.
3 hours after the stream.
Hold on, do you have a D20 on you?
It's across my room.
Fuck. Hold on.
Use Google.
He's
Wait,
a
wait,
rogue,
here's
probably
the thing.
has
Who- what-
15.
Wait. What's her higher stat? Would it be strength or dex?
Hers would probably be Dex.
Yeah.
So higher initiative roll. I have
Alright.
a 15.
We'll do fight back. Alright. Yeah, because I did say if we do get a bad ending that I would play over from a certain point to try to get the good one.
Oh no!
It's okay. We had
Oh
3.
no, Evan's changed.
Okay, Abby
Okay.
changed hers. She said I'm nervous waiting for an
How?
opening.
Dare you?
So now it's 2 fight back, 1 wait for an opening. Connor, be the tiebreaker.
Connor, roll a D20.
No, Connor, make a choice. This says obviously charisma. I don't think so. She's
Fair.
too blunt and rude. I don't think she'd be charisma.
Yeah, she's totally not charisma. She doesn't have that.
No.
Most definitely not. It's probably like her lowest stat.
Connor, just roll a D20 and tell me a number.
Run? It says run.
Yeah,
I'm
wait for an
gonna
opening.
take run as wait for an opening. So we're gonna wait for an opening. They'll be expecting me to fight back. I have to hold my ground until there's an opening. What would Doreen and Garland do in this situation? Nice and
Nice and obedient, eh? Better that way.
Yeah.
After all, I'm not a bad guy.
Yeah.
The man walks me down the
Yeah.
alleyway. His hold on me is still tight. I'm forced to walk with him until we get to a dead end.
Where was this passageway he was talking about?
Now's my chance.
What is this I see before me?
I look
Hello,
up to see Karma
buddy.
standing on the rooftop. Right above us in his disguise, holding a sword. A broad grin on his face.
Madam, you might hurt yourself playing with that sword. You might want to put it down.
What's this, sir? Do you feel threatened by me? You should.
Karma jumps down from the building and raises his sword in front of him. His eyes are angry. His earlier jovial personality fallen away.
Anyone that attacks a lady has to pay for the crime.
Karma rushes forward, moving faster than I can see. Even in his long dress, the glint of the sword causes the man to fall backwards, losing his grip on me. I rush back from the man's hold and watch as Karma points his sword at the man's neck.
Now, I have a sword and you do not. Do you really want to test your luck, sir?
This isn't worth it.
The man runs off, leaving me alone with Karma in the alleyway.
What's this? You were a lot cockier just a few moments ago.
Oh, hey, I got a new order from my Etsy shop.
Hey!
I was like, oh, there's
Nice.
bells. Alright. I
Mid
breathe out.
stream.
Yeah. I breathe out slowly as relief washes over me. Anyone else like, oh, Etsy shop, under my stream where there's links, there's an other tab. If you click on that, the link to my Etsy shop's under there somewhere. That's you,
Walt.
Willie.
Oh, my bad. Princess!
Waltz approaches from where the man had run.
So, did you meet the coward fellow on your way here?
My friend just told me it was her who just bought from my shop. Alright. Sweet.
Nice.
I bumped in. Oh, that's you.
Oh, that also works, Connor. I bumped into a man who looked as if he was running from death.
Oh my, I feel oddly accomplished.
Karma and Waltz's voices become faded and indistinct as my vision blurs. I'm suddenly light on my feet. All the adrenaline from earlier has dissipated into thin air. I feel tired.
Princess.
Before I can collapse, I feel arms pulling me back up.
Rest easy, Princess Lucette.
I close my eyes and fall into blackness. When I wake up, Anise is setting a tray of food down on my bedside table. She does not notice that I rise slowly from bed. Anise. Oh, Princess, you're up. We were so worried about you. Lady Delora and Lady Parfait said you were just out because of shock, but still. How long have I been asleep? Just a few hours, Princess. Don't worry about chores for now. Lady Delora says that if you're feeling better later, you can use Mr. Broom. Thinking about using Mr. Broom gives me a headache. How much you want to bet? In like 1 minute, Dylan's gonna appear. Where are Karma and Waltz? Waltz is scouting town looking for the man that captured you.
You bet I am.
And Karma? I think he might be in his room, Princess. He's got patrol tonight, so he's resting a little. If he has patrol tonight, that must mean he was resting this morning, too. How did he know I needed help? Do you need anything, Princess? No, I'm just gonna go visit Karma. What? To thank him? However he knew, if Karma hadn't been there, things would have not ended so well. Yes. That's sweet, Princess. Oh, Lady Delora wants to talk to you about what happened when you're feeling up to it. Okay. I wait until Niece leaves the room before I follow after her. It is only after I exit my room that I realize I do not know where Karma's room is. Anise must have assumed I already knew of us being partners after all. It is fine. I do not need Anise's assistance for this. I can find Karma's room on my own. It takes me some time, but eventually I find a room with his name on the door in careful,
I see where this is
flowery
going.
letters. He gonna be naked.
Yeah, exactly.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Instant ban hammer
Simply
on my
open the
channel.
door without thinking to knock.
Oh no, I'm gonna get the ban hammer. Oh, he's still wearing pants.
He's got
It's
pants.
fine. He's got pants. His
disappointed.
forearms are still covered. I expected to find Karma lying in bed, but instead he's standing in front of a mirror, changing his clothes.
Princess?
Oh. I did not think I have ever seen a shirtless man before.
Wow.
Oh, indeed.
I gotta
And now it's getting weirder.
Hey,
And now it's weird.
at least it's not Rumple walking in on Karma, because I'm pretty sure we would hear Darling complaining until the next day.
There's only one way to find out.
Well, let's see how his roleplay is going. I don't think it's gonna come in anytime soon. Alright. He turns to me in the realization that he's standing there, and just in his pants hits me harder in the stomach. My face feels incredibly, uncomfortably warm. Why are you just standing there? Put on your clothes! Saxophone solo from Connor. Alright, and then I noticed a large tattoo on his chest. It is a rose.
Thank you, Connor.
It is a rose ensnared by many vines. I stare at it for a few moments before Karma puts a hand there to conceal it. It's rude
to come into a lady's room unannounced, you know.
Wow.
Karma slips his usual dress on carefully over his head and then approaches me. I take a step back without realizing. Karma raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me mischievously. It's a familiar look, but it rattles me more now than it has ever before.
My princess, you're as red as a tomato. Are you okay?
Does this man always have to point out the obvious? I'm
Yes.
fine.
See?
There is no need to shout, darling. Now, what did you come here for? To see me, the beautiful Karma?
Does everything always have to revolve around you?
Well, you are breaking into my room.
I'm barely able to stifle a sigh.
Well,
I cross my arms in front of him. His smile makes it hard to get my next words out. I came here to thank you.
do my ears deceive me? What did you say, princess? Princess?
Thank you for saving me.
You're quite welcome, princess. It was my pleasure.
I should leave.
Wait, what?
I turn to leave, but Karma grabs my hand and pulls me back.
But princess, don't you owe me something?
So Karma was expecting something in return after all. I should have known.
I think you owe me an apology. You did come into my room unannounced after all.
What is he talking about?
Since you broke into my room, I demand you help me with my makeup. Then I will forget your transgression.
Correct.
Your makeup?
Yes, darling.
I thought you were resting because you were going on patrol tonight.
Resting? Nonsense. I have much to do. My makeup earlier was so messy that I washed my face in order to reapply it.
I cannot believe I'm going to agree to this. Fine.
Ah, what a splendid day today is. Come, princess. Let's do this by a mirror.
Karma pulls me over to the mirror where I can see both our faces reflected. He has a surprising variety of makeup on the dresser beside him. I do not even care that much for my appearance. Why am I helping Karma with his makeup?
Now, which feature on the face do you think is the most important one to highlight, princess?
The bridge of the nose.
We getting some beauty lessons from a beautiful man lady.
The bridge of the nose.
What?
The bridge of the nose.
Yeah.
What are your eyes
Obviously.
attracted to most on a person's face when they're laughing, when they smile?
The bridge of the nose is a weird place to look unless you have a piercing. I would always think it's the eyes or like the upper part of the lips. Or lower part, depending on the shape
The bridge of the
person's
nose
lips.
is something that is like not something you'd immediately look at, but
No.
called
That's entirely why I said it.
contouring.
Wow. I mean, you do.
No,
I
but
think
there is like
That's entirely why I
there is
said it.
points to it. Have you ever contoured your nose?
I tried contouring, but I'm too scared I'm gonna do it wrong, so I don't really do it.
Why do I have a strange feeling that yes, you have contoured your nose?
I have not.
Okay.
I've
No,
tried
Hawker.
my
Because I have.
Weird.
Shocker.
Why is he asking me for my opinion on something so trivial? If someone
If
was
it's so
smiling,
trivial,
the
what's
first
your answer?
feature I look at their face would be, I'm gonna save here for now because I haven't saved in a while. All right. I'll give in what I'm thinking later, but what does everyone else think, including you two?
I have my answer, but I don't want to wait until
Eyes,
chat says
cheeks,
it.
your lips. Okay, we got one for eyes. Mine's the one, the other two. Gotta give the chat a few moments.
Okay, we can have our broom cameo later. It's fine.
Charles! Hi, Wagenbach! He says the one is sassy broom cameo. Okay, we got two for eyes. Willie, what's yours?
I was also going to say eyes.
Oh, eyes. Mine was lips.
Charles, we can have our broom cameo later. It's fine.
If Dylan
So
never
can I
shows
just
up.
say that everything about Karma is interesting to me? It's like, even the color scheme, everything about it is like my preferred color schemes. Like the red hair,
He just makes me think of
yellow
autumn.
highlights, green eye.
Okay,
Which is
everyone
the
is
best
saying
season?
eyes except for me, lips. Me, I'm saying lips because I think that's the right answer, but I might be wrong. It could be eyes. And I did say I was going to go with what everyone else says. So we're going to go with the eyes. Alright. I always look at a person's eyes first, so the eyes.
One moment. Eyes are the mirror to your soul, as they say. Does that mean you always look into my eyes, princess?
Look to my eyes. What
The
do you
minute
see?
he says that, I look into his eyes. Karma flutters his eyelashes at me, and I look back down and grumble. What was that? A trick?
Made you look. What did you think?
Think.
Of my eyes. Do they draw you in?
I've never looked at Karma's eyes closely, but now that he keeps talking about them, I cannot help but look closer. His eyes are a pretty color.
You don't have to answer that, princess. I'm just kidding.
Of course.
Your eyes, on the other hand, are beautiful.
You and Rumple really are the same person. You both spout nonsensical compliments.
You keep pronouncing Haku's name wrong.
Nonsensical. Oh, princess, I'm so offended. I mean, would I say, unlike that fool? Anyway, I'll let you choose the order of things.
Fine.
Just don't make me look like a clown, princess. I know how much you like to tease me, but I need to get out of here quickly today.
If you need to leave quickly, why shouldn't you do your makeup yourself?
And miss the opportunity to have you help me? Nonsense. If I can, I'll have you help me with my hair some other time. The way you do yours is beautiful.
I always put effort into my hair as Mother always emphasized the importance of looking like a princess. But I've never received a compliment on my hairstyle before. Karma gives me his makeup supplies and I start layering the color on his face. When we are this close, I cannot help but carefully inspect every one of his features. I cannot think I even did something like this with Mother.
You know, princess, I don't think I deserve your thanks.
I pause and raise an eyebrow at him. What?
You've been helping me for a while now, and I haven't helped you with your curse at all. What I did today was just coincidence.
Coincidence?
I think not.
I'd heard you went to town with Waltz, and so I followed you two. I only happened to catch what happened in the alleyway.
You managed to see me, even when there were many other people who didn't.
I have good eyes, probably.
Probably. It's always not like it. It is not like you to be so humble.
Lisette, I am once again offended.
And why were you following us in the first place? You said you were too tired to go into town today.
I was worried. It was strange not accompanying you today.
Worried? Why would you be worried? Karma looks puzzled for a few moments. He glances at himself in the mirror solemnly, then shrugs.
Intuition, perhaps.
The best pomander.
Waltz mentioned something about feeling watched, so is there something that Waltz and Karma are watching out for that I am not? Karma closes his eyes momentarily, and I take the opportunity to dust his eyes with eyeshadow. He does not seem to mind.
Princess, you haven't spoken about what happened today with Delora or Parfait, have you?
No, not yet.
You came to thank me first.
Yes.
Oh.
Karma falls into silence, and I continue to work, sweeping blush on his high cheekbones.
Princess, do you know anything about the man who tried to drag you away today?
No, he only said that he worked for the king before telling me he would take me back to the palace.
I wonder how he recognized you.
I was wondering that myself.
How curious and alarming. The ones who should pose a problem at this time are witches.
Witches? What do they want to do with me?
Well, I only mean the witches that are the only ones who can see through our curses.
So that man spoke with a witch?
It's possible.
But why? Why would the witches want me back at the palace? Or was that man trying to lead me somewhere else? I suppose either way, the man couldn't have wanted to bring me back to the palace for a good reason.
Is it possible that a witch gave a commoner a description of you? But then why would...
Karma stops talking and looks up at me with something like sympathy.
Sorry, I'm just running my head for ideas.
Are the witches really so dangerous? And what do they want with me in the first place?
Rest assured, Princess, we will figure this out.
I nod my head slowly. I have a lot of questions for Delora and Porfay, but it is possible that even they might not know everything. I need to think on my own as well, just in case they decide to keep more of their secrets. I look at Karma and shake my head. Next time, I will be more wary. I won't let myself be caught unaware. Before I realize it, Karma has his hand on my cheek and is staring at me solemnly. His eyes are as cold and unmoving as steel.
Princess, there won't be a next time.
That's what I said.
Next time I'll make sure that you're definitely not alone.
Had I been alone today, I might have actually been kidnapped. I know that, but I cannot show weakness. I just need to be more cautious. I am not some damsel in distress, you know.
Having someone at your back is far more comforting. Even on a battlefield, knights fight better together.
What's wrong?
Nothing.
Bullshit.
He moves his hand away from my face and stands up, sighing. His eyes look suddenly distant and his posture is stiff.
I think we're about done here, right?
I haven't finished your makeup though. Wait, why am I even concerned about that?
Oh, sometimes simple is better. Or would you like me to sit back down? I do enjoy being pampered by you, Princess.
I take it back. We are definitely done.
Good. Thank you for your hard work.
In an instant, the mood changes, and a bright smile once again graces Karma's face.
As much as I hate to do this, I'm going to have to leave you, darling. I have business in town, and then a patrol later tonight. I probably won't see you for the rest of the day, but... Thank you.
He is thanking me for putting on his makeup. It was such a small thing. You're welcome. You already thanked me, though.
Well, now you can tell I'm twice as thankful as the normal person.
That doesn't make any sense, but it's Karma. A lot of things he says do not make any sense.
We keep pronouncing Haku's name wrong, and I don't know how I feel about this.
Hey, Haku's makes some sense. Oh,
Also, I'm
I didn't
gonna
do
have to
that.
go for a little bit because dinner's almost ready, so I will be back.
Okay. I leave the room.
If I'm not back by the time Karma's here, then Willie can try to voice him.
Ooh, we'll see how he interprets it. Alright. I leave the room with Karma, and he leaves the tavern as I go to find Parfait and Delora. The two of
Make
them.
Karma sound like such a bitch.
The two of them are seated together in the reception, speaking in hushed voices when I arrive. They both pause to look at me as I walk into the room. Well, well, if it isn't the princess. Take you long enough to come see us. And he's told us you were unharmed. We're glad to see you safe, princess. So, how about telling us what happened? When prompted, I tell them everything that transpired in the alleyway. The two listen and only exchange a solemn glance when I am done.
Charles, I get to be Karma if Haku is still gone when Karma comes back in the story.
Yeah. Do you know something about all of this that I don't? Or why would the witches be after me in the first place? You remember what we said about the Tantum Baron corrupting witches? Well, those witches don't like seeing curses broken. They meddle where they can be because they can. This is why I cast a glamour on you when you arrived here, so that you can remain hidden from magical eyes. I did it to protect you. To protect me? I feel like there is more to this than they are hiding. but I do not think any amount of convincing will get them to say anything. Forgive us, Princess. We're not entirely sure what's going on either. Though if it was a human that captured you, he must be working with the witches somehow. Hashtag sabotage hockey Charles. Troublesome to say the least.
You're more than welcome to try.
But we don't know the
Sabotage
details yet.
Haku.
Yeah.
Shut up, Haku.
Give us some time to figure things out. Apparently he wants to hear Willie try karma. Alright. Until we figure out who that man is and who he's working for, you need to have an escort with you of the merchant at all times. Do you understand? And once you figure it out, will you tell me? And two exchange another look, which only makes me more frustrated. They're obviously keeping secrets and right in front of me. We'll tell you once everything falls into place. Don't worry, Princess. We would never let you be put in any danger. The silence is what ends our conversation. I make my way back to my room, feet heavy.
Mom spaghetti.
Feet heavy, mom spaghetti. Okay. I feel like a fly caught in a spider's web. I try my best to clear my mind as I return to my room. Time change! Alright. The days go by, and I make no progress with my curse. Karma is busy with the night stay, and Delora and Parfait are busy talking with Rumple about his curse in his room. Okay, I'm gonna say right now, I am concerned, because we haven't seen any crystals show up yet, so I don't think we chose any of the right answers so far.
Really?
Yeah, we haven't seen any crystals show up, and I feel like,
There's only one way to find out, and that is keep going.
Yeah, true. Because the makeup one still might show up, but all the other ones haven't, so I'm like, oh, they should have by now, I would think. Alright, the days go by slowly, and I make no progress with my curse. Karma is busy with the nights today, and Delora and Parfait are busy talking with Rumple about his curse in his room. Today is the perfect night to go and wander the town by myself. I need to see if I can find out anything about the witches and what is happening around the kingdom.
This can only go well.
Laura and Parfait are not going to tell me anything, and no one has wanted to take me on the margin since the kidnapping attempt. These thoughts spiral helplessly in my mind as I set the table. I've just finished.
Connor, you know there's a question mark button, right?
Shh. None of them are
They'll
right
figure it out.
I've just finished working for the day, and the activity at the margin is beginning to wind down. Garland stands at the door as the last few customers leave the margin. Dreen is walking around the room to make sure that there are no problems. Out of the corner of my eyes, I notice two men pause halfway across the room to glance back at her. I overhear their words from where I am.
Shame that she's a knight, eh? She is the proud type, too proud to let a man dote on her.
What's with that dude
Yep.
voice?
Yep.
We need to get Muna on this? Oh.
In shame
Muna
indeed.
voice.
But do you think if I tried to say something to her?
Quick, do a Muna impression.
You
Put it
too.
this way. Garland is suddenly standing behind the two men, and uncharacteristically, I don't know why that's hard for me to say. Alright, dark glare on his face.
Is there a problem? Doors are closing for the night. Going to ask you to leave, please. Oh, close enough.
Close enough.
No need to be so uptight, lad. We're on our way out now. This is high noon.
Ha, midnight. Alright.
This is high midnight.
The two men walk out and Garland stands in the middle of the tavern area, glaring after them. He more or less pushed them out of the tavern. If Niece had seen that, she'd probably have scolded him. Garland. Are you okay?
Of course.
You think you can fool me? I've known you long enough to know that something's bothering you. Neither of the knights seem to notice me here. If they do, they ignore me. Dreen is still looking insistently at Garland, who looks down at the floor. Is he gonna say something to her? Garland says nothing though. He looks at a loss for words. Finally, Dreen reaches out and pokes his shoulder, and he looks up, startled. Still the same as always, the silent, watchful night. only says things with certainty when he knows they're the truth. Even the princess is waiting for you to say something. Both knights look at me, and Garland seems surprised. I raise an eyebrow at him, and he hurriedly looks away.
Patrol is starting soon. I'll head out first.
Okay, stay safe. Garland nods at her with a little smile before he leaves the tavern. Going to sleep soon, princess? I was just going to head up. I stand up and get ready to move up to my room, but stop once more to look at Doreen. Did you hear what those men were saying? Oh, about me being too proud or something? So she did hear them, but chose to say nothing. It doesn't bother me. They're right. I've been independent for a long time, and I would never think about pledging myself to a man I barely know. I can take care of myself. Blunt and to the point. Doreen was really admired for the honesty in the palace. The only man I've trusted before are my fellow knights, Garland most of all, since we've always been partners. She does not explain any further. I decide that is for the better. The sooner everyone has cleared out, the sooner I can leave marching. Tonight, I'm looking for answers. Sorry, Karma. But I can handle myself. I'm going to prove it tonight. I might not be able to fight, but I can still be cautious enough to not land myself into trouble. Still, I do not happen to hear much of anything as I am exploring the town tonight. I should have brought along some kind of weapon, but then I would have had to steal a knife from the kitchen. I am not a thief. Hours pass before I pass a tavern filled with knights. Deciding that I will at least listen to what is happening at the palace, I linger by the open door and listen to what the men are saying.
Did you hear that young Fritz is having a hard time of it?
Faku's still here, he can do the other guy.
I feel bad for the lad. Even Sir Alistair think he's gone mad.
Well, he does keep talking about a princess that doesn't exist.
Fritz still remembers me? But how? Really?
Even his father has grown wary of his babbling.
Sir Mithros forced him on break the other day. He didn't seem happy.
Well, Sir Mithros must think he's crazy too, poor Fritz.
Hey, can you keep a secret?
The knights look at each other, and I lean as close as I possibly can.
Apparently, the boy spoke some truth, though Sir Alistair doesn't quite believe it. He's looking for the daughter of the previous queen.
Eh? The witch had a daughter?
The previous queen? Are they talking about Mother? How dare they call her a witch?
Yeah, apparently she did, though I don't even remember such a girl.
Yee.
This is top secret stuff. He just happened to wrestle this one out of the lackeys looking for her.
What would Sir Alistair need this girl for?
I'm assuming she's dangerous, and that they want to get rid of her. Not me.
Are they talking about me?
I'm curious. How are we supposed to find this imaginary princess anyway? Does she have any features? No, she's a changeling.
Aye, they described the features. Last man went looking for her. Said they wore a special pendant round her neck.
I should get out of here. I turn to leave the tavern, but my cloak snags on the door and falls to the floor, tripping me up in the process. I end up falling halfway into the tavern where the chatter abruptly stops.
Is this... Oh, a lady.
The knights were talking approach me. One of them picks up my cloak. I attempt to grab my cloak from their fingers, but they pull it away from me and I stumble into one of them.
That one on a stealth check. Madam.
He moves to take my hand and then he stops when he sees my face.
Her face, the necklace. You think she was spying on us?
Which?
One of the knights grabs me by the wrist and pulls me toward him. He's far stronger than the man in the alleyway was. Unhand me right now! I am no witch.
Then there should be no problem. We're just gonna take you in, and if there's some big misunderstanding, we'll repay you ourselves, miss.
No, let me go. This behavior is not fitting of a knight.
Come now, miss. Let's go back quietly.
Alright, everyone. Should we try to fight them or try to convince them?
Fight me. Bar fight. This can't possibly go wrong.
Alright, Charles says fight. Willie says fight.
Hey, come on, Charles.
I
You
feel
and
like every answer we choose is the wrong one. So let's go. I
Should
don't
we
know.
go?
I feel like we're actually like counteracting each
'Cause
time.
I think
we'll
it's
go one
supposed-
wrong, one on the right one.
I know. I'm thinking it's gonna end up being convince.
Okay.
That's
I
me
think
though.
this
They
one
would be
actually
counter-
fights him.
They won't be counteracting, Willie. Okay. Connor says convinced. They won't be counteracting because if we chose the right one, we see a little crystal like a couple scenes later, and we haven't seen any of them.
Yeah.
So that means we've been choosing all wrong
We've been
so far.
choosing all the wrong stuff.
So now it doesn't even matter. I think we're gonna get the bad ending no matter what.
Like, how many wrong answers are we allowed?
2.
All of them.
2?
Oh.
You have 2, and once you hit 3, you're gonna get the bad ending. And then my plan is once we get the bad ending, I'm just gonna look up a guide
hold on.
to make sure we get the good one.
Come on.
Okay, might as well go all the
It'd
way.
be persuasion with
Let's do some
Connor. It'd be
fighting.
persuasion with
Okay.
disadvantage.
Okay.
Let's throw some fists, eh?
Okay, I'm just gonna go convinced because everything else we've chose
Oh,
is
yeah.
wrong, and then I've
And
got
just roll
2
persuasion.
people in chat saying convinced.
Roll
so
persuasion disadvantage because of the hilariously failed roll. Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
we're gonna go with convinced. Alright.
The first one was a 20. The second one was a 1.
Okay. I'm also thinking convinced would be the better option because if we try to fight them, she did say that they're already stronger than the dude in the alleyway. So
Yeah.
fighting back is useless when I am outnumbered. I have to try to convince them that I'm not who they think I am. You are mistaken, sirs. I happened to overhear your conversation, assuming that I am some imaginary princess is unreasonable. Knights look at each other.
Be right back.
Okay.
You know, she has a point.
Rose says she absolutely does not understand this game. Well, it's like a dating sim if you've ever done those, and this one, it lets you know if you've done the right answer because you'll have a little crystal that appears. That's the color of the person. Each person's color is revealed on the homepage. So, but it'll make more sense if after this stream you go back and look at the stream that I had yesterday. There are technical difficulties at the beginning, so you're gonna see like a settings screen for like 10 minutes because it wasn't pointed out till later because Luna thought I was just reading. Alright.
She was listening in on our conversation. That's clearly suspicious.
Did you not hear what I just said? I happened to overhear it, nothing more.
You were cloaked, as if you were trying to hide your features.
Being out at night without a cloak is a sure way to draw attention to a lady such as myself.
You know, she has a point. Again. Stop saying that, man!
Ah, we picked the right
Ready?
answer finally!
Yay! Wait, that's a red crystal. Hold on.
Yeah, ride for karma.
Then, man, there should be no problem with us taking you back to the palace. If we're mistaken, we'll clear up the misunderstanding and pay you handsomely. Come on, let's take it to the palace. I'm trying to copy Haku's voice, and this is not working.
Or just do whatever works for you. It might end up being better. That's how I end up picking who was good for what rules of their interpretation. Alright.
Well,
Nice.
let's find out.
Alright. Knights lead me out into the empty street. Why? Why did I have to be so stubborn?
I'm a bitch.
Knights continue pulling me down the path until we come to the narrow street. Everyone who sees us walks away to avoid the knights. There is fear in their eyes. But I have done nothing wrong.
Ma'am, if it makes you feel any better, we're risking our ranks on this as well.
I don't know. I'm suspicious of.
Who goes there?
I look up and notice Karma's familiar figure walking towards us.
Yes!
Oh, Abby, I also forgot to mention.
Charles, we get it!
Oh my god. Abby, I also forgot to mention I did export this to my YouTube, and that link should be just below the stream as well. What is he
You
doing
did what
here?
now?
Damn it,
Why
Haku,
isn't he
go
in
away!
disguise?
You're gonna do it? Okay, I'm by the way, I'm eating, so
No,
go ahead
no,
and voice
Karma, you're here, do it. No, Haku, you're here, do Karma.
What?
No. Okay.
You said you're gonna do it, right? Fine.
No, you're here. I
Oh,
can't do it
shit,
if you're
no.
here. It doesn't
Oh,
work.
shoot.
I didn't mean to click. Alright, there we go.
Gentlemen, I ask you to unhand that woman. As a knight, I would be ashamed to be seen treating a lady so terribly.
Who are you?
Oh wait, I'm also number B.
Yeah.
Her husband.
His what?
Unhand her, gentlemen, or taste my blade.
Sir, we were just gonna take her to the palace to something.
I will give you on the count of 3.
One knight keeps his grip on me as the other draws his sword. I stare at Karma, who continues to count, though the knight attacks him before his sword leaves his sheath. Alright, Abby, some of mine are kind of meh too. Understandable. Thanks for the sub, by the way. Alright, Karma and the knights throw blows, but it's Karma that comes out victorious. His blade slides past Knight's shoulder, distracting him enough to give Karma the opening he needs. Oh, 2 subscriptions. Thanks for the subscriptions to both of you, Connor and Abby. Alright. Connor reaches back with his free hand to knock the knight out with a blow to the head. It may just be my imagination, but for a few moments I think I see the knight's blades glimmer across the surface of Karma's hand before he falls. The knight holding me holds up his hands in surrender.
I yield, sir. I'm a bitch.
It seems no matter how the situation turns out, you are dishonorable.
Please, sir.
Karma knocks him out and then stands beside me as he sheathes his sword. Karma,
Few moments, Lucette.
Karma spends some time forcing a potion from a vial down each of the knight's throats. I watch him quietly, fearing that he might have
Oh my
killed
God.
them, but the knights only seem to be asleep.
A potion that Parfait gave me. It'll make the men forget that they ever saw you.
When Karma stands again, I notice the glimmer of blood on his hand and stare. You're hurt!
By the way, one thing is, I think the answer was lips because he just constantly brings attention to his lips.
Yeah.
It's nothing.
Yeah.
And if I remember correctly, I would think that too. I am sorry.
Come on, princess. Let's go back.
We can go back, but me. He pulls me out onto the main street and does not let go of my hand. I cannot bring myself to speak. Karma has saved me twice now.
Correct.
Not only that, but this time he is injured. He says it's nothing, but his bloodied hand does not move at all. Why do I have to be so stubborn and insist I can handle myself? I do not speak for a long time. Eventually I notice people start to stare. Why are there children out in the middle of the night?
Because we're demons.
Oh, wait. What the fuck? Though before long...
The town's a bunch of demons.
Oh my god. The staring grows worse. It's all women and Karma's a man right now, that's why. Young
They've
woman
fallen in love.
Oh,
Mm.
shit.
Yeah. Young woman begins following us, giggling from behind. I turn to Karma, who looks like he hasn't slept in days. Karma?
Sorry, princess, but I'm not in the mood to talk.
Those girls are walking right behind us. This is... his curse? Karma.
Lucette, I just said that I'm in no mood to talk. Did you not hear me?
We're being followed! He stares behind us almost stupidly and then laughs hollowly when the girls see his face. They start to rush towards us, their voices rising and blending together into a horrendous cacophony.
Cacophony.
You know what? F you. Karma's
I was
not
thinking
moving
the
though.
same thing, but I didn't say anything.
He looks
Oh, I'm gonna be
resigned.
that jackass.
Oh, well, you know what? Some of us only read the words and never hear them. Maybe he's too tired to realize what he wants to do.
Cacophony. Sorry, it was funny.
I couldn't remember if it was cacophony or cacophony. I tighten my
It's
grip on.
cacophony.
Okay. I tighten my grip on Karma's hand and pull him away, my pace quickening to run as the girls chase after us, screaming at me angrily for taking Karma away from him.
How dare you?
Lucette, what are you doing?
Getting us out of here.
Lucette?
I'll lead him through the town, into little nooks and crannies where we manage to lose some of the crowd. Karma often led me through some of these spaces as shortcuts. Waltz knew that, too. Once we were alone again, I stopped, falling to my knees and letting go of Karma's hand as I catch my breath. That really was a curse, and having to run away from so many mindless women. That was difficult.
Lucette?
What? I did not mean to snap, but the tiredness is pressing on me too.
You helped me out of that.
Of course I did. Why would I let you be chased by girls?
You could have left me behind and gone on alone. Instead, you helped me.
You helped me too. I guess I paid you back. But to be honest, I wasn't even thinking about repaying him for saving me. I just knew that I didn't want Karma to get stuck trying to fend off all those girls. He was right about his curse. That is terrible. I just realized something. Karma kneels down beside me and waits for me to speak. My curse has people forget me, and yours has even strangers become fascinated with you. It's almost like our curses are the opposites of each other, and yet we seem so similar. My eyes widen when I realize what I just said.
We are similar, aren't we?
He holds out his good hand to me, and I let him lead me back to the tavern through the abandoned alleyways. My feet are heavy, and all I want to do is sleep, but suddenly Karma is standing before me, his face grave.
Lucette, I have to thank you for helping me earlier. I'm sorry I froze like that and made it more difficult on you. It was so sudden and I was so tired I had no motivation to move.
Shouldn't I be thanking you?
I'll accept your thanks, even though I wish you didn't have to thank me in the first place. You should not have gone out on your own when you knew how dangerous it could be for you.
I am sorry.
I'll accept your apology too, because I lost sleep over this.
I have no words for how I feel right now.
Rick.
Princess. Ooh.
Ooh.
Karma reaches for my hand again. This time he holds it up and kisses the back of it. Suddenly all my tiredness falls away.
You really are a handful. But a delightful handful. I'm going to bandage this hand and then rest. We'll speak about this later, okay?
But the blood.
The bleeding stopped on its own. Lucette, but it does not need to be treated. Don't worry, it'll be fine.
Are you sure?
As sure as I can be. I don't lie, not even for the sake of a pretty lady.
Karma lets my hand go as soon as we enter the march in, and then politely bows to me before heading back to his room. I watch him go, my mind whirling. Does he usually kiss women's hands? No, I don't think so. Oh! Chapter 6! Matchmaking. I don't remember how many chapters there are in this.
Ooh. No, Charles,
You
it's
really
not.
are a
Oh, it's
handful.
ooh.
But a delightful handful.
His words keep repeating in my head, and I cannot stop hearing his voice and feeling his lips on my hand. My face feels warm, and every time I think about his words, my heartbeat feels unsteady. I really have to stop thinking about that. Karma is karma, and he puts that overly polite act with everyone. But then I'm pretty sure I've never seen him do something like that with another person. I'll just go downstairs and stop thinking about all of this. I need to tell Parfait and Delora what happened. Because of the time I returned to the marching yesterday, I never spoke to anyone about what happened. Maybe someone's downstairs. Someone usually is. I leave my room, and make my way downstairs to the reception. It's quiet when I enter, but not as silent as I thought it would be. Karma's sitting at the end of the table, speaking quietly with Parfait and Delora. His injured hand is sitting on the table, bandaged. I cannot help but stare at it, my heart plummeting. His injury is my fault. So, you have yet to hear the entire story?
No, I'm afraid I'm not quite privy to the information Waltz has. Is that correct?
Waltz has been directly involved in this far longer than you have. What about Waltz? Princess, you're up early. They all turn to look at me as I stand at the table. Karma still looks tired and is not in his dress. He looks somber but still smiles at me.
Lucette, how nice of you to join us.
When did he start saying my name without my title? Lucette.
You've run into...
That's me. It's Delora.
Try again.
Oof.
Delora
They
has magically
swapped
turned into Karma.
Well, I mean, she is a witch. Alright. Lucette, you're running into a lot of different
See?
mishaps this week, haven't you? I thought you would be stubbornly avoiding work. Instead, you go out on your way to make yourself into trouble. This involves me directly. How could I not be curious? I've always been so irresponsible, sneaking out without any of us knowing. I have the freedom to do whatever I want to. I even wore a cloak too. Oh no, the cloak. I left it at the bar. I feel a nudge at my arm and Karma's holding up my cloak with a tired smile. You went back to get this? When?
Yesterday, when you were still in bed.
You've been running yourself dry these last few days, Karma.
These last few weeks.
It's nothing.
Thank you. What's this? Is our ice princess thanking someone? Why is that something so strange?
Oh, come now. She's not so icy. Lucette is more fire than anything. She's filled with unbridled passion and confidence.
Confidence has gotten me nowhere so far.
Don't look so dour, Lucette. You've become quite the accomplished woman.
Karma gestures towards me and I flush, unsure of what he's talking about. Then I notice Laura's eyes are on me too. Oh, Parfait, do you see that? What are they looking at? I reach down to grab my necklace and then pause. I cannot stop the gas that leaves my lips. When did this happen? Princess, you didn't realize that there was an extra piece to your necklace? Congratulations, Princess Set. You're a step closer to breaking your curse. I feel proud. I've only ever felt this way around Mother.
She did me a great favor yesterday. If not for Lucette, I might have suffocated beneath a pile of very excited women.
Wait.
Ooh, Luna's got competition.
Wait. Helping Karma escape was a good deed?
She was selfless.
He's not even mentioning the injury he got protecting me. Parfait and Delora are both smiling, but his cheerful mood does not last long. What were you all talking about before I came down? About your kidnapping? Well, kidnappings. Both of them. It looks like we have a serious problem on our hands. What do you know about this? What does Walt know that I don't?
Princess, it's more about what everyone else knows that you don't.
What everyone else knows? I feel anger begin to simmer inside me. Even though he looks apologetic, he says it so casually. What are you all hiding from me? Let's gather later, shall we? I think Waltz might want to be here for this too. What does Waltz have to do with any of it? Be patient, princess. We've already waited this long. What's another few hours?
So I'll be right back.
Okay. I have no choice but to agree when Parfait and Delora refuse to say any more, but I'm not happy about it. I spend the rest of my time doing idle chores around the tavern. I do a round of sweeping with Mr. Broom and mindlessly organize some of the bottles. I cannot believe everyone knows something about me that I don't. But now, I'll find out the entire story. Maybe it'll answer some of the questions I have. Why are they keeping things about me a secret to begin with? Delora gathers everyone in the tavern to discuss the kidnappings. I decide to sit in between Waltz and Karma. So we have a story to tell.
Ooh, bitch isn't here. Yes.
Yeah.
Story time, huh? I don't suppose this would be a romance, would it?
Charles, this is the dude that we called dialing in specifically for to voice. But unfortunately,
Well-
he's not available right now.
Well, bitch ain't here, so he's mine now.
For now. Doesn't that look like John? We were joking about how it's John. Longer hair.
Haku's in here. Yes.
Alright.
How could you stand to make compliments like that constantly?
What the hell?
There you go, Charles.
Oh my god.
For you, buddy.
You're having dialogue with yourself.
Yep. How can you stand to live a lie?
The two glare at each other from across the table, but Delora silences them.
Aw.
Delora waits with a story about the Great War, one that I have already heard so many times I can recite it myself. What does any of this have to do with me? Because of the fairy tales, witches like myself were punished for simply existing. Our leader, the Tenamberum Bearer, was a kind witch that was overtaken by the grief that our people suffered. She was driven so far into madness that she created the fairy tale curse to punish humans and would make them suffer as the witches had. And when it wasn't enough, she committed the ultimate taboo. She killed a human. I tried to stop her, but by the time I thought to act, it was too late. Knowing that Delora and Parfait were involved in Great War makes it seem more real. But wasn't the Tenamberum Bearer killed? How could the fairy tale curse continue to spread if she's dead? Charles says you have the voice of an angel, Willie.
I can see that. Thank you, Charles.
I believe that the Tenamberum Bearer sacrificed the last bit of her life to continue powering the Tenamberum, to ensure that the remaining witches could continue spreading the fairy tale curse. Is none of this ringing a bell for you? What are you talking about?
She really did erase your memories.
Erase? The witch who died, the Tenamberum Bearer, was your mother, Princess Lisette. What? For some reason, I turn to look at Karma, who is the only person who doesn't look away from me.
I grew up outside this kingdom, but even I knew of the terrible witch, Hildir. There you go.
That was a perfect time for Haku to come back.
There you go, Haku.
That was great.
You expect...
Please take it back.
Oh my god.
I don't like having conversations with myself.
You mean you don't on a
I
normal
do that
basis?
all the time.
Same.
Okay, I don't like doing it for this.
Charles
Already
says
do it
spot
enough.
on, buddy. Spot on. Alright.
I got you, Charles.
You
I have chat on my screen. I can see it.
Okay. Well, I'm reading it because you keep interrupting when people are reading. So I'll read them.
Ooh.
Alright.
Sorry.
It's alright. Alright. You expect me to believe any of this? Mother was... She wasn't a witch. How would you remember that? Well, you would if you had memories of the war and the years before that. Under Hilder's rule, the palace was a dark place.
The king wouldn't have any real power until Hildur was defeated.
And that goes for the rest of it, too. We were slaves to Hildur. Laura's eyes flickered a waltz.
It's the truth.
And Waltz knows because he is also a witch. As he experienced Hilda's command over the witches firsthand as well. Waltz is a witch?
Sorry for keeping it a secret, Princess. It's not as if I could use much magic anymore anyway. Not when I'm cursed.
This is just another secret of many, and it seems everyone is hiding something. Everyone is freed from Hilda's reign. Witches, fairies, and humans alike. The king was even able to marry Ophelia, the woman he always truly loved. So, it has always been Ophelia that he truly loved? Was that the reason I never felt any love from him? Because I was my mother's daughter? He gave up on me. No, dear, I don't think he gave up on me. My voice is too loud in the reception area. I feel it crack beneath the pressure and suddenly I want to cry. But Mother told me so many times not to cry. The king gave up on me. But Mother didn't. Mother would tell me this was all a lie. She would tell me not to trust anyone. They must be lying. I turned to Karma. For some reason I trust him more than I trust the Laura Parfait. Is this the truth?
I was told the story of Hilda and her daughter Lucette. They said you were the picture of elegance, but that you shared your mother's icy nature. I don't think that's true at all. If Hilda was ice, then you most certainly are a warm fire.
If my mother was a witch, then what does that make me? You were a witch as well, whether or not you were ever taught to use magic. On your upcoming birthday, you will become the Tenumberum bearer. Do you realize how ridiculous this all sounds? Me, a witch? The king never said anything. And now I cannot even ask him if this is the truth because I am cursed. Why would you even curse me? We didn't want a repeat of the tragedy, Lucette. I saw on your shell for almost a year, Princess. There was ice in your heart, and if you had inherited the Tenumberum in that state, who knows what would have happened. Then why didn't you just tell me any of this? Laura and Parfait looked at each other before dropping their gazes to the ground. If we had told you before, you would have been bothered to listen. The king must have tried to do the same thing, and look at how that turned out. You should tell everyone who ever tried to tell you about Hilda's true nature. That is probably true, but even now I'm having trouble believing that they're telling me the truth. The whole world feels it's collapsing around me. I need to escape. I need to go out and be somewhere else, but why are the witches looking for me? You are the heir to the Tenumberum. No doubt the evil witches want you on their side so they continue wreaking havoc on Angiela with the fairy tale curse.
The men were looking for Lucettes were not witches, though. They were knights.
Perhaps the witches and the knights are working together? That must be part of Alcaster's scheme to steal the throne. What are you talking about? The reason why Garland and I left the Order of Caldera was because the king did not believe us about Alcaster's coup. How would he know the princess's identity, though? Anyone who isn't a witch, a fairy, or isn't cursed shouldn't be able to remember her.
But we know now it wasn't just not the witches looking for the princess, but the knights of the Order of Caldera as well. They definitely have a description of her from someone. Lucette?
Karma reaches out a hand and touched my shoulder, and I flinched back before standing up. I cannot speak about this now. I want to be alone.
Bryn...
I'll let her go. She'll need time to think. I leave everyone sitting at the table as I try to process the whirling thoughts in my mind. Hilda, my mother, the only person I ever thought loved me, was a Cinderella, a witch. The first witch to kill a human. The witch that started the fairy tale curse. All this time, I thought Mother was the only one who cared, but what if she never did? I stay in my room for a long time, trying to process everything I've been told. Days go by before I decide to leave the tavern again to watch Karma practice with the knights. These last few days I felt hollow. Maybe seeing the normal practices will help me feel better. Maybe it'll make things feel like nothing's changed. When I arrive at the forest, however, only Karma is standing in the clearing. He's staring through the trees as if he sees something there, but his expression is solemn, almost sad. Eventually he sighs, shaking his head before turning in my direction.
Lucette.
I prepare myself for a response, but find that no words come to mind. I have not spoken to Karma since the talk about Mother and witches, and any of the ease I felt with him before has slipped away. Still, I came here on my own, and I cannot just stand here being mute. I say the first thing that comes to mind. Where are Jareen and Garland?
I'll only train with Garland. Jareen is on patrol duty tonight. He'll be here later. I just came early. It seems you did too. Lucette, are you okay? I'm sorry I haven't been by to see you.
It's not as if you owe that to me.
I don't owe it to you, but I've truly wanted to. It's just been busy these last few days scouting the town for information. As much as I want you to come with me.
Why would you have ever wanted to pair up with someone like me anyways?
My princess, that's because you're...
I am bitter and cold, and even though I want to change, all I can think of is about myself. And now, I want to change because I do not want to be the same as my mother. Isn't that selfish?
Maybe so. But I believe you are being selfish for the right reasons. An entirely selfless person can't survive in this world. Before we can make others happy, we have to be happy ourselves.
Happy. Ourselves?
Yes, an angry person holds resentment towards everyone, and it mars whatever good deeds they seek to do.
That is why I cannot complete my good deeds.
Wrong. You've already got one done. Recognizing the need for change is always a good thing, Lucette. Regardless of the motivation, you are trying to become a better person. That is what matters.
He takes a step toward me,
Ooh.
and then puts his hands on my shoulders and leans down until I can look right into his eyes. Karma's serious expression startles me as much as his touch.
It's never too late for anyone to change. You taught me that.
What? How could I have How could I have taught Karma anything?
Do you mind if I tell you a story, Lucette?
He's standing too close. Alright, do we step away or not move?
Stupid question.
I'm gonna guess you're saying don't move, Willie.
Don't fucking move.
Alright, what does
Step
everyone
away.
know?
Taco
Talk,
says
you
step
shut
away.
your mouth.
What does everyone else say?
I'm just saying, like, character-wise.
Charles
Thank you,
says
Charles.
fight.
Thank you, Charles.
Don't move.
Charles, you got me. Fight. Fight him.
Alright,
Fuck him up.
We're gonna hold some suspense here, and take a quick water break. So if you guys need water, go ahead and get some. I need more. We'll be right back. Okay, Charles says he votes don't move too. Is everyone else back? Alright. Looks like we're gonna still wait a bit. Okay, so those of you who, I don't know, I think most people in here don't know what's going on, but like, what do you guys think of the story so far, even though a few of you kind of jumped in literally at the middle? Glory before dishonor.
Thanks, Connor. Glory before dishonor.
Glory before dishonor. I just know we're getting the bad ending.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're screwed.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna look up, because I don't want to look up any. He's enjoying it. That's good. I'm glad you're enjoying it, Charles. Yeah, I'm.
Well, like, did you see any gem on the last one we did, which was the blah 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 blah, with the two knights that were trying to kidnap us?
Yes.
Yes, we actually did. That is the only one
So
we have
that
seen
one
today.
was the one thing we did right.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, my plan is after we get banned endings, I'll look up the guides, because there were guides I was following the last time, but I just didn't want to follow all replaying for each path the first time. I'm here for all of it. Alright, so since we're in the right back screen, I'm going to give people a quick summary. Lucett's a princess, and Delora was a doll on her shelf she got for her 17th birthday, who gave her the Cinderella curse. And she was telling, yeah, you need to learn how to stop being a bitch, basically. And she just woke up, and the condition of the fairy tale curse, which varies by what fairy tale people have as their curse. No one's, what is it? Lucette's in particular, everyone has forgotten who she is, except for witches, fairies, and other people with the curse. And basically, you have to either break your curse or you're fucked. You're stuck with it. And like between each chapters, we get segments of young Lucette with her mother, and basically you see that her mom's kept her very isolated and saying she's the only person she can trust. So it's like basically emotional abuse that she's put Lucette through, and yeah, that's basically all there is to cover it very briefly. The rest you guys can either watch on the stream yesterday before it disappears off of Twitch. Otherwise, I did upload it to YouTube, and I'm planning on doing the same thing to this one eventually when I get the time tomorrow. Oh, and Otome, it's like anime dating game, but it's a dating sim basically. But yeah, there's multiple endings. Each person has 2 different endings. The people right now are Karma, Rumpel, which you guys saw briefly, Waltz, Fritz, and Rod. Rod you haven't seen yet, but he is Lucette's stepbrother. I played this game like at least like 7 or 8 years ago. All the endings for all the guys, except, now that I think of it, except for Waltz. I don't think I got his bad ending. He was the only one I did right without using any guides. But yeah, no, there's multiple endings too for each one. You either get bad or good. Waltz and Fritz are locked until I believe you get the right ending for at least 2 of the guys, which is why we'll be going back anyway, so we'll be stuck in this game for a while. Alright, and personally, what is it? Waltz and Fritz are the people I prefer. I think Fritz has the best for both of the endings. Or at least I like them both. Waltz is my favorite person of all of them so far. I'm like kind of still fuzzy on everyone else's. I just know Rod's was the saddest. And well, there's just a lot. We're gonna get back to it now. Alright. So we decided don't move. We'll go with don't move. With his face so close, all I can do is stare right into his eyes. Karma's hand tightens on my shoulders, and for a few minutes I feel a slight panic rise in my chest. Then Karma steps away from me with a rough shake of his head. Karma?
Next time I do that, Lucette, feel free to push me away. Totally did the wrong answer.
Oh, I don't know. We'll see.
He just said it.
What?
It's better that way.
Let's not forget he is a man of many secrets.
Mm-hmm.
What does he mean by that?
You never answered. Will you listen to my story?
Alright.
Once upon a time in a land far away, there lived a crowned prince from a kingdom called Brigantia.
Brigantia was one of the neighboring kingdoms. So this isn't make-believe?
His name was Claude Adric Rinaldi Matthias Almonte. But because the name was such a mouthful, he settled for an acronym as a nickname. It's
Yeah.
Karma, I see.
Yeah.
At least around the palace where it was acceptable.
Claude Arderic. Karma?
Prince Claude was a man who flaunted his beauty and talents to all that he met. He often used to get his title to get what he wanted. Prince Claude was a selfish man who felt he was entitled to everything that he had. He was vain and often left his castle unattended so that he could avoid his responsibilities.
Connor's thrown for a loop in all caps. What?
Then one day, he chanced upon a beautiful maiden in the town square. He led her around the whole day, being as charming as he possibly could. And then at the end of the day, he asked the woman to be his lover. She agreed, but their time together did not last long. Only weeks later, Prince Claude threw her away, as one throws away an object, and broke the woman's heart. And she cursed him. That beautiful maiden was a witch, but Prince Claude found out too late. The witch said that she would make his beauty, his vanity, a curse.
To make even beauty a curse.
Ashamed of being cursed, Prince Claude donned a disguise and left his kingdom behind. He had been gone for nearly a year now, and most probably assumed he is dead. But in truth, the prince had come to Angiel seeking a way to break his curse. He had heard of a young lady named Lucette, who on her 18th birthday could dispel any curse.
Karma. He looks so sad. I don't know how to comfort him. Claude? Karma. Claude turns a startling red as he stares at me, and for a few minutes he does not speak. And he bursts out laughing. I stare at him in shock, not understanding his reaction. I just feel myself flush. Isn't that your real name?
Oh, darling, it is. But hearing you say my name, well, it sounds so much softer out of your lips. I rather like it.
My cheeks are warm again. How is it that he's always able to make me feel this way? I will call you by that name if it makes you so happy.
Let's make it a secret between the two of us. I'm still Miss Karma here. Besides, I'd rather you kept that name from my ears only. It makes me feel more special that way.
More special. At that moment, Garland shows up for practice, and Claude politely excuses himself. I watch the two of them trade blows. Claude favors his other hand, but his blows still come quickly, even with his injury. The more Claude tells me, the more I realize he's, like me, a noble curse for being selfish. But how do I break his curse? Why can't he tell me? As practice is drawing to a close, Claude asks Garland the usual question.
Have you confessed to Jurian yet?
Garland only shakes his head in reply. The two men sheathe their swords. Garland looks almost sad as he turns to make his way back to the tavern. He likes her, and yet he won't say anything. Why is that frustrating me so much? Lucette, if you read some more books, you would feel frustrated like this all the time. Garland.
Yes, princess?
Alright, should we tell him that he has to tell Doreen, or just tell him, oh, it's nothing, and just blow him off? I'm not gonna have any say in this, because I know which one's the right one.
I mean,
I feel this answer is obvious.
Do
Well,
it.
what do you think?
Tell
Okay.
her.
Okay,
Do
we
the
got
thing.
Tell her.
one tell
Do the
her.
thing.
Okay, we got 2 tellers.
Charles is obviously saying fight him.
Charles is doing the big thunk.
Yep, Charles is doing a big old funk.
Connor, Abby, you guys got any input? This is the one time when you're reading someone you can actually just tell one of the characters, hey. No can fight. No, we can either tell him it's nothing, or we can tell him to make a man out of himself and tell Dream.
Yeah, so fight. Charles, I understand you. I got you.
Oh, Abby's saying we should tell him it's nothing.
How
Oh,
dare you?
Interesting. Maybe she's just feeling chaotic. Connor's also, God damn it, guys, you made it a tie. 2 tell Doreen and 2 it's nothing. Alright, if let's see
3 to
if
2. Haku, pick one.
let's see if he also said tell him.
Yeah, so it's 3 to 2.
Really?
Yeah,
Who was the other one that said do it? Tell him.
Charles.
Charles? He said no can fight. He didn't say anything. Okay, Charles
See?
said tell Doreen. Okay, now he did. Oh, it's probably because
no.
since you're a mod, you see it a couple seconds sooner. That way, if there's anything you and Luna need to delete out, and I'm watching on my phone, I don't think I see it.
Oh no, it's not even that. I simply what's the word? I interpreted Charles's response.
Okay, well he has a question, so I was like, okay.
I know.
So,
No, can't fight.
3
It's
to
like
2.
no, can't fight. Man up.
All right, you have to tell Doreen. Claude told me before that confessing is hard, but what Garland is going through looks even harder. That was the shift key.
Princess, you know I'm incapable.
No, you think you're incapable, but if you never say anything hurt, you'll never know.
If I say something wrong, I risk losing everything I already have with her.
And if you say nothing, you risk losing what you could have with her. Hey, we picked the right one, everyone! Clap.
Lucette is right.
Hooray!
Maybe you should really tell her, Gal.
Before Claude has amended that Garland couldn't confess to Doreen, what has changed?
If I mess this up,
Let's try looking at it through another lens. Imagine that Jurian is Lucette. How do you think she would like to be confessed to?
I frowned at the 2 men, arms crossed. Excuse me?
Correct.
Well, you and Jurian are very similar. You're both very straightforward.
confess to the princess?
My eyes moved to Claude to give only fleetingly before they are once again on Garland. You just need to do something simple, Garland. Something that will not rub her the wrong way.
Maiden's heart is ever fragile, and each woman is different.
Claude is wearing an amused smile on his face, but he's looking at me, not Garland. I feel my face flush and have to look away.
Lucette, you're a tomato red again. It's adorable.
I cross my arms over my rapidly beating heart again and force a scowl up my face. No, I was just thinking about what Garland could do. Something simple, like when Karma kissed my hand, Garland kissing Julian's hand is probably not a good idea. Maybe he could do what Claude and I did that one day in town. He can buy her some food and they can just talk. Garland, have you ever just asked Doreen out for food?
Not alone. Jane is practical and she always eats at the tavern. She's also always on duty if she's available.
I'll take her patrol shift 2 nights from now then, and tomorrow you can ask her out for a meal. We can make your invite a grand affair. We can drape banners on the walls. Or I could give you a rose.
That sounds...
Like a terrible idea.
I am offended.
I feel like if I did something like that for Jerry, and she would get embarrassed and punch me.
Sounds like another lady I know.
Clyde grins at me, but I just roll my eyes. Garland, just ask her normally, and then when you are out and alone together, you can confess.
And we'll make sure you have the time to do it. I'll purposely come late to practice tomorrow. Then you can ask her out for that date. How does that sound?
You two really think I can do this?
You just have to ask the question. Whatever follows will at least be an answer.
Tomorrow night, then.
Good man. I'm sure it'll go swimmingly.
Or I could drown.
You won't drown, Garland. Garland excuses himself with a nervous smile before Claude turns to me expectantly with a mischievous grin.
Now, Lucette, we'll come here early tomorrow and spy on them. We need to scope out a good spot.
Spy on them?
Of course. We need to make sure that our efforts pay off.
I don't think we should.
You don't want to see how it plays out?
I mutely shake my head, unable to put my emotions to words. For some reason, I imagine myself in Dream's position. It feels too personal. Claude's likeliness suddenly springs to mind, and I feel my face grow hot again.
Lucette, you've been oddly out of it today.
Claude reaches out a hand towards me, then abruptly pulls away. I stare as he smiles at me, almost sheepishly. The conversation between us dies and we return to the marching. Days pass, and though I did not spy on the conversation between Drew and Garland, I noticed that Garland has been smiling from ear to ear during his practice with Claude recently. I can only assume his confession went well. Claude took the patrol shift tonight, and as I lie in bed, I am restless. Every time I watch Claude practice with Drew and Garland, I am reminded of the palace, of Fritz. I wonder how Fritz is doing. Is he still practicing with the other knights? My thoughts darken as I recall the kidnappings. Claude had to save me every single time. He got injured saving me. Unable to sleep. Excuse me. I slip out of bed and make my way to the reception room. The night air is cool and no one stops me from staying just outside the march. I cannot sit back and do nothing anymore. I have to act. I do not want Claude to get hurt because of me again. Eventually, I see Claude approach. He looks tired and is moving more slowly than usual, but when he sees me, his lips quirk into a smile.
Lucette, what are you doing out here tonight, love?
Love instead, darling. That's new. Hello, Claude. His face is dark red again.
If you're using my real name, I suppose you've come to ask for something serious.
How could he know that? I do need to ask something of you.
Well, if you need a shoulder to cry on, I'm right here, love.
What?
Oh, is that not about... Never mind.
I'm asking if you will be my instructor. For some reason, I seem to have caught Claude off guard. He stares at me for a few moments.
What?
I want to learn how to use the sword, and I want you to be my instructor. Claude's expression becomes uncharacteristically serious.
I'd rather you didn't learn how to use a sword.
I do not want you to have to keep protecting me.
I don't mind protecting you.
I do. Claude sighs and shakes his head.
Princesses shouldn't be using swords.
I want to be able to stand on my own 2 feet.
You are.
I do not want you to get hurt again when I could do something about it. Teach me, please. Claude. Once again he flushes. It seems to be an instant reaction and is both amusing and endearing.
It won't be easy.
I wasn't expecting it to be. Claude stares at me for a long time before letting out a heavy sigh.
Fine. I'll train you. You won't learn in a day, but I can teach you the essentials. You can use one of the knight's training swords.
Thank you.
Music to my ears. Meet me in the clearing in 10 minutes.
10 minutes? What?
You said you wanted to train, so we will. Don't expect me to go easy on you.
But aren't you tired? He looked exhausted when he came in and now he wants to train?
Already trying to get out of training?
I am not. Claude shakes his head, but he is smiling.
I'll see you there in a few minutes, love.
Moonlight spills through the leaves, illuminating the forest with gentle light. Long minutes pass, and as I stand in the clearing, I begin to feel restless. It isn't like Claude to be late. Is he tending to his injury? I hear rustling in the leaves and turn immediately to see what disturbance is, but the minute I do, I'm pulled back by a strong force and my world goes dark. Uh-oh.
Boing, boing, boing.
Before I can scream, I hear a gentle voice in my ears.
Lesson 1, Lucette. When apprehended by an enemy that you can't see, remain calm and use your 5 senses to judge how best to get the upper hand.
And there's a voice coming from right behind me.
Ooh.
Claude?
Ooh.
I become aware that this is the closest he's ever been to me, with my back pressed to his chest like this.
Panicking disorients the mind. That is why you must remain cool under any circumstance.
How could I not panic? Any normal person would panic. Still, I try to force myself to be calm.
Lesson 2. Enemies will often let their guards down when they think they have the upper hand. Catch your opponent off guard by remaining calm and locating this weakness with your senses.
I try to calm myself as Claude instructs, and I feel a bit easier, but only because I know it's Claude. An opening. I move as quickly as I can, stepping forward so that I can swing an elbow back at Claude's stomach. Before that happens, Claude has pulled me back to him, closing whatever distance I had put between us. In the process, he moves his hand from my eyes to my mouth. I can once again see the forest, but my words are muffled beneath his hand.
Another thing to remember, you won't always be able to catch your enemy off guard by throwing punches or hits at them. Your opponent will usually always be stronger than you, Lucette. Remember what I said about a weakness. Enemies will often let their guards down when they believe they are winning. Just like I have.
An opening. A thought occurs to me as I glance around me and then down at Carmen's bandaged hand. Carmen's bandaged hand is over my mouth. Is this an opportunity or a trick?
Oh my god.
Oh no.
Wait. Read the line first.
What will you do, princess? What kind of tactic would remove you from my grasp?
Oh.
Alright, guys. Do we bite his hand or topple him? I legit do not remember which one's the right one.
Oh no.
I think he's testing you to see if you will find that opening. Bite his hand.
So here's where I have to make a
He'll be
confession
like,
before I
"Ooh,
say
ooh."
my answer. I'm not gonna say an answer because I know what the answer is.
Oh, you do? Did you look up all the answers?
Accidentally.
Why?
I thought it was a wiki on the character because I wanted to know, and they're like, "Oh, here's all the answers." Like, fuck.
Okay, we got one bite his hand. I'm thinking bite his hand too. Okay, Abby
He's
says bite his
totally
hand.
testing you.
Anyone else? Okay. Charles says bite it off.
Bite his hand, he deserves it.
We're
Bite
just
it
gonna
off.
rip his hand off to assert dominance. Alright. Connor, you can say what you're
This is gonna
thinking
hurt.
too, but I think
This-
bite his
this
hand
is-
won.
This is the last one I actually saw because it was at the bottom of the page.
Oh, Then we must be near the end.
Bite his hand.
Alright, we're gonna bite his hand. Nom nom nom. I'm gonna feel terrible about this, but I have to try.
I saw the bottom of the page, saw that, and went, oh crap.
Alright. I try to shift my head to get enough space to bite down, and even Claude cannot hold me completely still as I squirm. Eventually, the hand over my mouth moves, just enough for me to open my mouth, but I falter. I cannot bite the hand that I injured. Unable to do anything else, I mutely shake my head, and I hear Claude groan. One swift motion, he pushes me down to the ground, pinning my hands by my head as he frowns at me.
Ooh.
You're
You're
not even going
to try. Find an opening?
Oops. I glare at him. I'm not gonna bite your hand.
Bite my hand? I didn't even think of that.
Oh, we might have picked the right one. He sounds impressed. But you made it obvious. You put your hand over my mouth.
I'd meant for you to try moving my hand. Pushing back a person's thumb usually causes their grip to loosen.
How was I supposed to know that? Hey, we picked the right one!
Experience is the best means of practice, as they say. Yes, sometimes you gotta be dirty.
Yeah.
He was totally testing you on that.
This was the last one I saw, so I'm blind from here.
Alright, we gotta like remember this from when we replay. Alright. I have a complaint about the particular lesson, but I withhold it.
That was a pretty good attempt, love. But not good enough, I'm afraid.
I wasn't even expecting you to come at me like that. I was expecting sword practice.
You weren't expecting a man to kidnap you in the alleyway, were you?
I glare up at him, unable to say anything because he is right.
You're oddly quiet.
It is hard to find an opening to hurt you when you are not really my enemy. He does not move, but continues to stare at me, his face too close to mine. Close enough to... Close enough to what exactly?
Lucette, do you trust me to protect you?
That's not the point. I need to be able to protect myself.
Because you're planning on investigating the witches on your own?
No, I want to be able to protect myself because I do not want you getting hurt protecting me. Claude leans down and I can feel his hair on my cheek, and for a few moments everything slows to a stop and all I hear is my heartbeat and his slow breathing.
Once you set your mind to something, you don't let it go, do you?
Claude pulls away from me before I can respond, and he's standing again, offering me a hand.
Let's get started with some sword work then.
The pleasant smile is back on his face, and I can never tell what he's thinking at times like these. What are you really like, Claude?
Chapter 7.
Thorny Rose.
Alright.
So how
This
many
is where
chapters are there?
this is where I have to go.
I do too, because I work in the morning.
Yeah, I probably should too.
Because technically I should have
Alright.
gone to bed like a while ago. Okay, we're gonna just
Bum,
go to
bum,
page 2.
bum.
Yeah, because I work
Plot,
at 8 a.m.
Chapter 7.
Menu. Main menu. Yes. Alright, yeah. So different colored gems, they each represent a different dude. Because I know, Willie, you were panicking it was a red gem. But basically this one...
No, yeah, the second you said it was Claude, I went, oh, that does make
Yeah,
sense.
because this one's Claude. So he's a red gem. I'm not going to spoil who this is. I know who that is. This one is Waltz, because it's Neverland Star, so it's green. This one's Rumple, so like whatever color you want to call that, and then purple is Rod. I mean, if you guys remember the character's name, you should figure out who this is.
Oh, I can recognize like what curses are based on those symbols.
Yeah, based on these
Like I can
symbols.
recognize Rumpelstiltskin because
Yeah.
Oh wait, well, his name is
Basically-
also Rumple.
yeah.
We know all of these except for this one because that one hasn't been told
Little
yet.
Mermaid.
Hmm. And then you have Lucette right here with her slipper. Alright, that was cool. I want to see how it ends. Yeah, I want to remember how it ends. I just know this one was like really tragic. Yeah, it is literal fairy tales. So like, if you missed it,
Oh, hold on.
Karma
Now I'm seeing what they all look like. I'm like, oh, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah. So Lucettes, hers is Cinderella, but she went the reverse. So she's like, she went from riches to rags, but she has to be kind like Cinderella was, because Cinderella's always generous. Rod, he has the mermaid's curse. He can't talk, but he has this little plush bunny that speaks for him, given to him by Parfait, the fairy that we saw in here. Rumple, he can't remember who he is. He basically has amnesia about himself, and he doesn't know his name, but he needs to be able to trigger 3 memories, then he'll remember who he is, and as soon as he remembers his name, his curse is broken. Walt's Neverland curse, as he explained in here, he's a man, but he's stuck looking like a child. We don't know how to break his curse yet. And then we don't know how to break Karma's curse, but he has the Beauty's curse. We've seen the effects of that. And then this one, as you can tell, it's Red Riding Hood. But I'm not gonna say much about that or who it is, because that's really fun to learn on its own.
What's funny is my sister's in the other room watching Beauty and the Beast just because it's on TV.
Well, we're doing boobies. Yeah.
But yeah, Connor, it is literal fairy tales.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, after like the stream yesterday, a bunch of things started flooding back to me, and now I'm like super excited to finish this. I'm planning on doing Saturdays and Tuesdays, but I might not Tuesdays. Mondays, maybe Tuesdays, depending on how late Willie and I hang out. But yeah, I'm excited to finish this. Special thanks to Haku and Willie for joining us, especially Haku again. Unfortunately, Dylan couldn't come, but he said he should be able to Saturday, so hopefully we can get all of us in here. And anyone in chat, basically right now, if any of the girls especially want to like come and help voice, let me know. We have like a Discord group chat just for when I go live for this. So if anyone's interested in wanting to voice to someone, let me know. Right now, I already have voices set for Karma.
Joining as men voices.
Yeah. But like, okay, I'm gonna be stuck as Lucette because I'm the one playing. Haku is set to stay Karma. We need a voice for Rod. Dylan's gonna stay Rumple for now. Waltz is either gonna be Dylan or Willie. I'm thinking it's gonna stick with Willie, maybe. Fritz.
Dylan and I'll talk about it.
Okay. Yeah. I was thinking you because it's my favorite one. I'm like, it would be fun to do that one with my boyfriend. That's the reason I put you down. Fritz, I'm thinking... Right now I have whoever, so if someone wants to voice him. We haven't met him yet if you guys just started watching tonight. I'm gonna think it's gonna be Willie because of someone else that comes up later that's associated with him.
I have conversations with myself anyway, and...
Yeah, it's gonna be a little interesting. But, Fritz, I'm gonna say for now is already taken. Sir Mithros will be Haku unless someone else thinks they're going to be really good at being some, like, mysterious, suspicious man. Because it's basically who he is. Garland, we already have a voice for. Doreen, we need someone. King is already taken. We still need a better voice for Delora and for the mom. And Emma Lane. So if anyone wants to, like,
Basically
join in.
female voices.
Yeah, we need
Basically,
female
Who
voices.
wants to be a witch? Who wants to be a witch and who wants to be a happy, sparkly fairy who is loved by all?
Yeah, or a happy step princess, because Emma Lane's like a really sweat
Princess
girl.
who's loved by all.
Yeah. But yeah, basically we need female voices. Rumple, Waltz, Fritz, some character whose name I forgot, Mithros, Garland, the King, and Karma are already taken, but there's a bunch of other characters we need. You're here for whatever. Okay, well, Abby, if you have a Discord, if you want to, like, PM it to me on Instagram, I can add you, and then, we'll put you in the group chat. Alright. Well, we're just gonna end the stream here. So, thanks, everyone, for watching. I got up to 8 viewers tonight, which is honestly the most I've ever had people watch. That was kind of awesome. Charles, Haku says,
Aw.
I mean,
Yes,
Haku, Charles says you play pretty well. Alright.
Man.
Thanks.
Alright. Alright, yeah,
You should
Abby,
have had a voice of an angel, Charles. I feel so betrayed.
he was just saying that to be nice. Gosh, didn't you learn anything from Lucette's mom? Alright, yeah. Abby, if you send that to me, I'll try to get you in tonight before I go to sleep, which is gonna be in like 10 minutes.
I'm gonna very quickly shoot the VOD to dial.
Night, Charles.
You can watch previous streams on
Do you
on
know
here
how?
too.
Yeah. Do you know how long they stay up for? I don't remember.
Good question. I think it's actually in a setting, I believe.
I think so.
Thanks,
Thanks,
channel
Charles.
and videos.
Thank you, Chad. Thanks, buddy.
Settings.
Oh, you want to know what my Discord is? Okay, I'll link it in the chat really quick here once I okay.
Alright.
Alright, you going to bed, Willie?
Yeah.
Alright, good night. Lord of Beef Stew has followed. Oh, I wonder if that's my friend's boyfriend. Because my friend was watching them earlier. So I wonder if it's a... Ooh, Luna wants to hear Charles do voiceover. The only issue though is, as far as I'm aware, Charles has never been on Discord. I don't know. Charles, if you want to try giving it a go, we could totally add you in if you want. If you're like 100% down. Abby,
VODs
did you,
remain for 14 days for regular streamers.
Okay, well, what's considered a regular streamer though? Just like what I am right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's like there's 3 levels. So there's regular, affiliate, and partner.
Yeah, partner's at the heart.
Partners, like your really high-end ones that can run ads.
Okay, Abby, you go into Discord, go click on friends, and there should be like a green add friends button, and then you copy and paste the thing I gave you there. Oh, you gave me that. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna copy it. Yeah. Let me copy this. Yeah, basically, Charles, I'm planning. I don't really have a consistent time, but basically, it's gonna be like tonight, Saturdays, probably about going as late as midnight my time. And Mondays would just be going whenever, starting whenever. Oh, but you do work. What time do you usually get off of work, Charles? Yeah, okay, now I gotta add Abby in here. I think Abby should get the honor of being Delora just because we both met each other at a spooky job. 7. Okay, that's 6 o'clock my time. I think that would be good. That should be fine for Mondays too. It's just that then I just won't always be doing Mondays because sometimes I help with Mount Farms on 14. Or else the stream would just be 2 hours. Alright, Haku, I'll let you go. I'm gonna end the call.
Okay. Have fun.
Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow, 14 maybe, if I decide to sign on. Oh, Abby's joining. Oh, hello? Oh?
Just
Does she have a mic? Oh, no, she's deafened.
No, I like this idea of just playing a visual novel kind of game.
Yeah, I liked your idea. I don't know why I didn't think about it, even though I used to, like, do that all the time. Like, I did it with, like, was it Doki Doki?
Yeah. It's like I've done it at one point for Fate Grand Order, and I actually got people to follow my Twitch because of that.
Nice.
You're like, are you a voice actor?
Yeah, I always like read when I read books to my brother. I always did like all the voices, and then like when I did Doki Doki, it was just me and my boyfriend, like ex-boyfriend, playing. He actually gave me a shout today, so I got some followers thanks to him. But like I don't like playing like horror games with jump scares because I absolutely hate jump scares. So I usually need like someone with me. So he was with me. We were just voice acting, and I like really enjoyed like voice acting, like the little punk short-haired girl with the pink hair. I did like a really good
That
voice
just
for
gives me
her.
the idea that you should totally do like a reading of horror visual novels.
That would be cool. I have a couple, I think, because like sometimes when I was bored, I would just go down the whole of free games on Steam, and that's actually how I found this game, because this is free on Steam. Abby, are you trying to get your mic to work, or maybe you need a? Are you on PC or on your phone? I don't know if she can hear us.
Probably not. Try to type.
Oh, she messaged me. Oh, she can hear us.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
if it's like a mic issue, I found out sometimes when people can't hear me or I can't hear them is if you're on PC, you go to user settings, then you go down to app settings, and there should be like third one down under the app settings category is voice and video. Click on that, and then it shows you the input and output device. Alright, I'm gonna click the end stream now. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you Saturday, if not sooner. If it's sooner, it's probably gonna be streaming Phasmophobia with my friend Luna Ryuji. She's been a mod in here, that pink name, so go ahead and click on her and give her a follow and maybe a sub. She just reached affiliate recently, and she's been trying to help me out getting there too, which I really appreciate. So yeah, have a good night, guys.